All right. Back at it with another stream of Project Zomboid. Trying to remember what day we're on. It is about to be day 5, so got a couple more days before the helicopter comes. So we will take note of what we have. Because it's 4 a.m. I know where there's a generator. I mean, food. I need probably more like of the non-perishable stuff, you know. And I might be able to hit. I think I already hit that convenience store. Or did I? I don't think I did. I think I just put that thing to indicate what was there, but alright. I could work on electrical, because I haven't done any of that yet. I'm trying to remember if I even read the book yet or not. I have read like a teeny tiny bit of that book. So I'm gonna go over here and let's see. Electrician 1, there it is. Sit and read. Because having a car would definitely, you know, expedite the process. And then yeah. And then we're starting to get a little bored, but TV show should fix that. 6 a.m. cooking, you know how it is. How you doing? This is the Cook Show. Fog's rolling in. Alright. Bit peckish. So we'll take care of that. I just feel like the black leather gloves, you know, they work better. And then I have all these washing machines, or a washer-dryer combo, so I'll just put my dirty gloves in there. Salad. Eat the whole thing, and then I'll take a salad on the road. Headphones just died. Weird. Alright, fruit salad, pineapple, banana, and lemon. And I'm going to put some more pineapple in there. Just to, you know, why not? And then I still have -8 pineapple left. Alright. So I think we just need to bring more food back to the base is priority number uno. And I still don't have a map. And there was food over there, and there's food over here, and there's food over here, so I'll hit that house first. I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's home to me, and I walk alone. Ba-da, 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 ba-da. I walk alone, I walk It's never not going to be my favorite joke to make. Though I suppose, because this is just flour and some of that stuff. And what we got on the counter? Chili and corn. Chili? Would that be vegan? I'm kind of like, that's kind of like a secondary thing to what I'm trying to accomplish. The smoker thing is the big thing. I didn't eat any meat, and I thought, oh well, you know, that'd be neat. All right, I'm gonna err on the side of no. Chili is not what I would be vegan. Like sardines, also not. Let the record show that I'm not vegan. Tried being a vegetarian once, you know. That was something. But aside from that, no vegan for me. No veganin, you know. Alright. I see 3 outlines. And then I see some more over there along the fence row. I want to say the fog's good. Since it obscures vision, you know. One could argue it'd be helpful. Remember, no multi-hit. Alright. Leather jacket on the ground. Red digital watch in my backpack. Why don't you come on over here, lady? Thank you. Just makes the looting easier, you know? Nothing. Hello, ma'am. And then there should be 2 more zombies over here along the fence. Of course I say should be. And then there's none. How's it going, Chief? Hefe. Alright. Locked. Surprised I could get in here. Matches. Good for starting a fire. Bandage would be nice, just to have. There's no key in the ignition, but I can unlock the trunk. And then, what do we got? 2 empty gas cans and a tarp. Not too shabby. And, this might be a little grosser, which would work for me too, you know? Because, it's stale. Oh, fresh orange. But yeah, pear, peach, banana, stale. Canned corn, pineapple, tuna, condiments, you know. I ain't scared, you're scared. Ooh, hand fork. I don't think I have anything trowel related, so that is actually pretty nifty. Alright. Corn, pineapple, tomato paste. Marinara, mustard, fruit jam. Marinara, vinegar. Mac and cheese, rice, peanut butter. Veggie oil, oats, candy, marinara, peanut butter. That's a lot of marinara. Vegetable oil, vinegar. I'm trying to think about things I could actually be like eating right now. Stuff that's ready to eat. Rice is just heavy, but I think it would be just as heavy as all this. Oh, that's why. Okay. And then in the back room, there should be some sacks of stuff. Fresh peanut butter sandwich. I'll take that. Burrito. Is this vegan? There's nothing to say that it is vegan, but there's nothing to say that it isn't. Like, if there was any cheese in there, I wouldn't. But if it doesn't specify, I'm gonna take it because it's mostly about smoking. That's what I care about the most. Just thought it would be too easy to survive with the vegan, or without the vegan stuff. Just trying to give myself another layer of challenge, since I don't have sprinters turned on. Okay, fresh sack of onions, peas, and carrots. Apples are rotten, pineapple, fruit cocktail, sardines, garbage bag. Alright, we're a little heavy. I haven't even gotten the rice. But alright. Mushroom soup's not that much. Oats would be nice. Alright, now I'm ready. That's a window. Jeez. Eat half my salad. Get my sprinting level up. Because I'm at the wrong house. Adoy. I can't even see the car. Because there was no car. Do 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 do, and I'm gonna pray, California, California dreamin'. How many onions did that give us? 12. Not too shabby. And a sack, which is also nice, you know. Sack's good for compost. And all that stuff can go over here. Well, not electrician. Yeah, I don't have nearly enough watches. I also have this fanny pack I'm not even using. Which begs the question, why am I even carrying it if I'm not going to use it? Because this is all good, and this is all I need for the medical. You know, bandages. I would try to sterilize that one, but yeah. Why do I need this? Drop it. Make things a little lighter. And fill that water bottle. Ooh, the hand fork. I can put that away. And, wouldn't you know it, right on time, Rava! What's up, buddy? You are just in time to watch the rest... Not the rest, well, I mean, the first week of good old non-smoking Joe Rude Boy. I just went and looted the... I guess you could call it the grocery store. That place where you put the S, the little $ S, just for food. Because the helicopter's going to come soon-ish. I hear footsteps outside, that's why I was hesitant. I'm sure once the TV starts up, he'll be banging on my door. I do have some nails. And then after this carpentry program, I'm pretty sure that's going to put me... Well, actually, I'm already at level 4, so I can start making rain collectors if I wanted to. Don't know if I have enough garbage bags, but we'll find out. I'm going to read electricity. Because I also want to get electrical 2 so that I can hotwire that car. But then I think I need mechanics 1. And I might just bite the bullet and watch that VHS tape, even though I don't have the book. Because I still think that would put me over mechanics 1, which is what you need if you want to hotwire a car. And I don't think I still haven't found any gas, but I didn't really do like a thorough inspection of those cars, that car wreck. But yeah, speed up time a little bit. I still hear the shuffling of footsteps out there. I don't know if you can hear him or not. God, it's so ominous. Okay. TV show's over. I would assume there's only one, but that is an assumption on my part. Ooh. Look what he has for me, Rava. He's got 2 presents for me. The one on his back is a little bit more obvious, but there's also one on his side. The M625. And the shotgun. And I'll drop the holster, but I'm not going to wear it. I'll drop the vest, but I'm not going to wear it yet. Because the leather jacket is kind of enough protection for now. This new layout for the wheel info is a better place than before. The wait time between chat seems pretty high. Okay, so like, is it 10 seconds? Or, I thought that was just for consecutive messages. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, you know. Please don't hesitate to tell me. The wheel is still getting, it is still blocking the chat for people to see, though. It's the only downside. But it says slow mode. When selected chatters are prevented from sending consecutive messages within the same period. Okay, I'll make it 3 seconds. Now it doesn't give wait time. Okay, yeah, I made it 3 seconds now instead of 10 seconds. Because I know that now I'm thinking about it. I know sometimes you like to throw an emote right after you send the message. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like, I thought it was talking about like people spamming messages over and over again. But I also just got kind of sick of the botters. Like if they still show up, I'll kick them out. But now there's actually like verification for people in the chat instead of just like randos. But anyway, yeah, I'm just seeing how things go. You know, tested it out, what have you. All right, there he is. I was like, where's my other zombie fellow? Shove, smack, shove. It told me to wait 40 seconds. Wow. I don't know if that's a first-time chat thing or not, too, because you're not a first-time chatter. And do I have long socks? I do have long socks. I don't need long socks. I'm going to take this crusty old dirty pair off of the zombie and wear them. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just like I hate stopping everything I have to do to kick them out when it seems like this is a much more preventable measure. Like they can, like they might even be targeting my stream because of the fact. Oh yeah, I need a crowbar too. Unless I just smash a window. Which, I don't mind smashing a window in, like, the passenger side, because it's not like a zombie can reach all the way through and get me. I hate doing the driver's side door, though. Okay, so it's 13:40. I'm a little hungry, but I'm gonna try to grab, I don't know, something. Oh, I'm gonna go look for that car wreck, see if there's any gas. But I would need an empty bottle before going over there. Or at least an empty gas can. Which, in hindsight, I probably should have grabbed those cans. Like, I just threw them onto the ground because it wasn't really my priority. There actually, now that I think about it, I think there's some gas cans in this shed. And still agitated. I just see the moodle shake and I get worried. I think it's like escalating, but it's not. No gas can. But that's okay. Still the generator, you know. I don't know where I was thinking that I saw it. Because I thought I saw it in a shed. Or in a garage or something. Matter of fact, there is a shed, I think, over here. I just don't remember if we checked it or not. There's also that shed up there. I just put an X on it. Alright, yeah. Because if I gotta break some windows on these cars, not really a big deal. Is there even a wall here? Okay, there is. I thought I walked around it for no reason. Duct tape. Duct tape is always nice. And can't get in the driver's side. Can't get in the driver's side. Okay. Regular tires type standard. Full condition. That's nice. I already have a hammer in my hand. I can't tell you the amount of times where I've accidentally smashed it open with my arm. Adhesive tape. And the trunk is no longer locked. Was it? No, that was what the... yeah. It wasn't locked in the first place. That's where the tire came from. Smash the window. And cologne for disinfectant. Matches for... I don't know. I'm not smoking, so... And then this trunk was locked, too. No, it's just empty. Huh. No, it had the duct tape. God, my memory is really, really bad. Shed. All the way over there. I'm gonna check it out. Because I don't have an empty bottle. I don't think there's any gas, but... because a can would be ideal. And there might even be some vehicles down there. Not in this playthrough. I'm thinking of the wrong character. Ball peen hammer, metal pipe. I will take the metal pipe. Just for a backup weapon, that type of thing. But where I'm standing, there is a shed. I'll put an X here so that I know, hey, there is no point in going back to this shed. And I'm starting to get unhappy. I haven't hit it yet, though. I just got to go home and, like, eat some salad or an orange or something. I just got to put some food in a bowl and eat it. Just eat it. Eat it. Canned corned beef? No. But potato? Yes. I decided to implement a new part of the challenge. You may or may not have seen this coming. Which is the vegan thing. Because in this entire time, I hadn't eaten a single morsel of meat. Which I find interesting. So I'm going to try to keep that going. Because now that I know how to survive without relying on, like, trapping and stuff like that, like, I could even forage, you know, for, like, onions and garlic. And then I'd have a reason to do foraging, because if I If I could fish, if I could eat this food, I wouldn't bother with foraging. But now that I can't eat meat, and I can do like mushrooms and stuff, it's kind of like I can change my play style in a way. Like corned beef, can't eat it. Sardines, can't eat it. I was just going to do vegetarian, but I'm like, well, I don't really need milk, do I? And I don't need cheese, because the cheese and milk, it's going to go bad anyway. You know, who cares? Okay, so every time I walked in this house, I was looking for a bottle, but I get sidetracked. And well, I'm looking for something that's not there. Well, here's what I can do. I can pour this into the empty kettle, and then I can see if there's any gasoline in those cars. But yeah, all unhappiness does is it makes your transfer speed slower. Like if I were to pull out my weapon, it would be slower if I were unhappier. But, okay, so there's no gas in this one. And how does someone get in a car wreck and there's no gas? Although somebody probably already came along and took the gas out before I could. So, and now I'm feeling a little sad for the first time ever. But that's alright, because I have remedies. Like, I've literally never been sad in my entire life up until this moment, you know? Being sad is a beta thing. It's only something beta men do. And I'm an alpha male. I'm just kidding. I can't even commit to that. I can't even commit to that bit as a joke. It just makes me feel so, like, bleh. Inauthentic. Are you an alpha male, Rava? Are you a sigma male? Do you identify with either of those? Is there any gas in here? There is gas in this car, so that's good. Pour into empty bottle. No, thank God, Rava. You're one of the cool guys, you know. I don't like the whole that whole movement of, like, you know, no weakness, you know, no vulnerability. Like, always be productive, all that type of... It's called burnout. Like, it's a real thing, you know? And then I want your opinion on something. Raba, do you think a burrito is vegan? Because it doesn't say if it is, doesn't say if it isn't. But I have 2 of them. So I have to ask myself, you know? Eat all. Peanut butter sandwich, that's, you know, that's obvious. That's obviously a vegan thing, you know? But a burrito? I'm on the fence, man. I don't know, you know? I'm hesitant. Let's say it's a vegan burrito, right? You know, like, it doesn't say meat burrito. If it said bean burrito, I'd be all over it. But if it had any cheese, couldn't do it. So, thank you, Rava, for your input. I will eat the burritos. Because it doesn't say not to. Like, I'm already limiting myself so far. Like, I'm not trying to make myself suffer. Suffer needlessly, you know? I can put that bowl away. Why do I have a lighter in here? It's nutty. Oh, it's because I moved it to the wrong cabinet, that's why. I might as well keep them in here. Matches, lighter, you're going in here. Cigarettes in here. Digital watch in here. Cologne in here. Potato, you're going to go in this cabinet. And matches, you're going to go in here too. Favorite the needle. I'm not trying to make myself suffer from the smoker that doesn't smoke. That's a different type of suffering, you know? That's... My own unhappiness is different, you know? I need 4 planks. I would like to find an axe. That would be nice. Just so I don't have to... And I have an hour until, the next show starts. So... I'll try it. I'll just read Electrician 1. Well, listen, Rava, you know, I can make myself suffer as much as I want to. That's the beauty of Project Zomboid. This is not a game for people who don't like to not suffer. I mean, in my opinion. It's either for the people, like... I don't think this game is for sadists, because they don't like to inflict pain onto other players, especially if you play by yourself. But, like, multiplayer is when it gets into a little different territory. That's when you can get some more sadistic players. Ones that will steal your hotties. Ooh, trapping. Trapping today. Something I didn't plan on using in this playthrough. But if we run out of food, that was my other concern, is that we're going to run out of food. But are we really going to run out of food if we can just grow more food? You know? Who would dare steal the hotties? I don't know, but that's when you play by yourself, giggity, you don't have to worry about anybody taking your stuff. Alright, so electricity for beginners is finally complete. I'm going to put my book in here, put my hammer... I'll put my hammer in my duffel bag because I can use the metal pipe. I'll favorite that metal pipe. Boom. Favorited. And then now what? It's only 7 o'clock. Right? Yeah, it's only 7 o'clock. So I have a little bit of time. I could do some tailoring. Because I'm pretty sure I'm only at level 1 tailoring. Skills. Trapping 1, fishing 1, foraging, almost level 1. Tailoring, yeah, I could tailor. Or I could just start taking apart some watches, because why not? Dismantle all 13 watches. And dismantle the headphones, dismantle the earbuds, and then the high-end camera. But that's all the electrical stuff I had to disassemble. Leaves me with 17 scrap electronics. And that got me 33 experience, so. Methinks that we are better off trying to get some, like, bulkier, because I can go around and disassemble all the lamps and the TVs from all the houses. That's a start. But I know that if you disassemble, like, big appliances, that'll get you more experience. So I might do that. I'm going to start taking apart this furniture. Because I have a little bit more time before I have to go to sleep. I'm not entirely bored yet. And I need more planks anyway. There we go. For the rain collector. And I can get rid of this cabinet because it's not doing anything. Move all that over here. Disassemble oak counter. I could also try to move it downstairs and then have more storage space, but I'm not that stressed about it. All right, with that, where is my sink? I can't remember. It's down there. A floor. All right, Rava, time to show you how to take your carpentry to the next level. In case you were unaware, you can go here to carpentry, go to wooden floor, and then I'm going to put it outside the window, Rava. And then I'm going to hop through. Boom. Now I can keep building alongside here. I mean, obviously, that's what I did for my other character. Just don't fall, because it'll take half your health. And it'll leave you with a broken leg. My leg, you know. And that's all my planks. But I did that so that I can put my rain collector up here, and then I can plumb the sink. Woo! And then I can plumb the sink down, downstairs. Is that all the planks? I think I got them all the planks. So that's this second floor. All the furniture is completely done. Down here, I can get rid of these lazy chairs. Beds are what you really need to get planks, though. Nails, plank. Ooh, video game. I can disassemble that. Dismantle. And then I can take apart this little fancy low table, too, because why not? And that gives me 2 planks, 4 nails. So I just gotta pop my head out here real quick. Actually, no, not in here. I also could try to prioritize the farm that's up north, because I keep forgetting about that. Okay, so the sink is right there. Okay, so it's where the window is. But as long as it's in a tile that's adjacent, so I could put 3 rain collectors up there. Grab cookie pot with water. I'm just going to put this over there as like a place marker. Because the sink's right here. But I'm going to put my first rain collector here. And then the next one there, and then the next one there. And then I'll have 3 rain collectors all plumbed to 1 sink. So, that's the plan. And now it's 10 o'clock, so I'm gonna work out and go to bed. And I'm hungry too. Golly. I should probably eat before I go to bed. No, I'm already up here. Indecisiveness, Rava. That's the biggest. It's the biggest time waster. You just gotta know what to do and when. And I'm gonna do some sit-up burpees. Duffel bag, leather jacket. There we go. Burpees. 10 minutes. I don't want to kill myself. Do you not have to purify the water before getting into the sink? No, actually. When you plumb a sink, it'll automatically purify the water. It's another reason I'm so gung-ho to do it. Not just because I have a pipe wrench, you know? You think that pipe wrench is like the biggest reason I'm doing this. Like, oh, well, I have it, so... Alright. Alright, alright, alright. Cool. Time to eat my burrito. The burrito that you and I decided was okay to eat. Alright. I am going to need those spices if I eat any rice or anything, because the rice is very bland, and you need spices, because it'll actually make you unhappy if you have rice that doesn't have anything in it. Do I have one over here? I do not. How odd. I'm looking for a hair tie, but can't find one. Or a barrette, more specifically. Ugh, I think I have some in the bathroom, but it's not a big deal. Alright, I'm gonna take my burrito and put it in my backpack. And then I'm gonna drop these planks on the ground, because I don't need them. I might just go house to house, looking to disassemble furniture, or... because it is 3 in the morning. I don't have anything to read. I do need to do tailoring, though. Need to. Need to's a bit strong. I want to. I just now realized I'm out of sheets. Sheet! But as I recall, there's some recently deceased zombies over here where I can rip off their clothes. And the denim, might as well. Rip those denim shorts. Alright. I thought I threw the jacket on the ground, but no, those are the dirty... my long, dirty socks. There we go. The police officer. Rip all. Alright. There it is. Okie dokie. So that got me 16 dirty rags. So I'm going to go ahead and use this sink and toilet to clean them. Because when these do run out of water, then I'll remove them with a propane torch. I don't want to use my sink if I don't have to. Fill water bottle. Here we go. And then I still have 2 hours. 4 denim strips. 35 sheets. I only got this much thread. So that's the other thing, is getting thread. But you can get thread from ripping apart clothing. Ripping apart clothing, ripping apart sheets. But I'm going to inspect my leather jacket. Add a bunch of padding using ripped sheets. And you remove porcelain with propane torch. Yes, actually. I think it has something to do with, like, the piping. Like, that's why they think, because you'll get pipes. Yeah, man, you know. I don't make the rules, Rava. I'm just saying that's how it goes. Like, here, I'll prove it to you. If I right-click, disassemble... Oh, wait, that's the oakwood shells. Disassemble white standing sink. Propane torch welder mask, you know. There is metal components, you know. What, should it be a sledgehammer, Rava? You know, like, what do you expect from this game? Boom, thread. Alright, that got me rip sheet. Alright. So every time I did it, it gave me a little bit of thread, so now I can go back and patch it. You expect full immersion. The tin can thing, you know. He's a simple man. He expects immersion in his video games, and I don't blame him. It is fun to notice these things. Oh yeah, these little inconsistencies. It's what makes the game more entertaining for you and me, you know? It's like, why don't they do this, you know? Like that's how I felt about Rust. There's an explosive you can make called a bean can grenade, but you don't actually need... there are cans of beans in the game. So you'd think, oh, I need to, like, eat a can of beans, and then use the empty bean can to be able to stuff it full of gunpowder and what have you, and then use it. But no. It's just metal fragments. Who cares, you know? There's some clothes upstairs. I mean, there's this. A diamond pattern sweater vest. Stockings? I can't rip those. Was there a sheet up here? No, it's just medical. There is a sewing kit, and in that sewing kit is some thread, a whole bunch of it. So I probably didn't have to rip up all those clothes, but it's fine. You live and you learn. And it is 6 o'clock. Still tuned into Life and Living. There it is. How you doing? Welcome back to the Cook Show. What am I going to read? Electrician. I already read that. Tailoring. Working on it. Metalworking? I don't have a torch. I don't have a welding mask. It's going to be one of those types of playthroughs again. Alright, level 3 cooking. Nice. I am making a bunch of salads, but still. Today I'm using banana, berries, and a squeeze of lemon. Then into an oven, leave to get delicious. Can't beat that smell, huh? See you tomorrow. Alright. I forgot I still have my burrito in my backpack. There it is. Rip sheets, thread, bandage, painkiller, sleeping tablets, sterilize bandage, disinfect bandage. You need 3 units of cologne to sterilize a bandage. I just carry 2 bandages, which I don't even really need to carry because I have these 3 adhesive ones, and those should already be sterilized. I think. I'm basing that off of, like, common sense. But, you know. What else are we gonna do? I need to find more electrical components to disassemble. I might just start just this house, this house, this house. Because I could also disassemble furniture too. But I really want to emphasize the electronics simply for the fact so I can hotwire. Because if I get a car, I can make things go a lot faster. I could even disassemble part of the fence here, so I wouldn't have to walk around all the time. But it's also limiting zombies going to my base, so, you know, I'm not... Ooh, look. Wow, that was instant. I like how the fog just creeps in, but then when it leaves, it's like, I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna head out. There we go. But there's only so many things you can disassemble in here that give electrical experience. Most of it's for metalworking, you know. I will take the food, though. Carrots, potato, corn. And then all this stuff. See, I would just go up to the farm right now, but I feel like I'm not going to be able to carry everything back here, and I'll have to make, like, multiple trips. That's why I feel like I need the car to be able to get all those vegetables back to my base, because I'm thinking it's going to take a long time for those veggies to expire. So, I also might just watch that VHS tape and see if that'll let me, because I thought it was 2 electrical and 1 mechanics to be able to hotwire something. All we got is a light bulb. And then over here we do have a radio. Of course, I could also just, like, pick that stuff up and take it with me places. I don't need that. I'll keep all that, though. I just feel really weird going from house to house to house. Aluminum, electric wire. I really don't need to be carrying scrap electronics because of how many I have to disassemble. I'm gonna have a ton. Eat my burrito before it gets stale. Like he's just eating nothing. He's eating his own hand. Invisible burrito. Invisorito. Alright. Because in the medical place, I'm pretty sure there's not going to be much to disassemble there either. You're better off going to, like, a school or, like, a kitchen. Kitchens have a ton of electrical components to disassemble. And they give a lot more than, you know, watches. You'd have to disassemble a lot of watches to get to that same level. Bunch of radios, watches, you know, things of that nature. But there's also the apartment that's upstairs, so that probably... I can also disassemble... well, no, I can't. You can pick up... oh, that's electrical. The wall clock. Like, I can actually pick up the, like, exterior lights. I heard her. I heard her crawling through the window before she even did it. Nothing in here. In here, though, there's this thing. What the hell? Pick up. I can't even pick it up, man. You see what that, like, that telescope looking thing? That's... I just want to disassemble it, but I can't. I can disassemble that, though. The weighing scale with a welding mask. I can disassemble the stool with a welding mask. All these things. Welder. So, like, the only thing I can really do is, like, paper towel dispensers. And clocks on walls. Great. It's something. Nobody ever said the electrical grind was easy. There we go. Hooray. Oh yeah, the upstairs. Doy. I'm ready to shank somebody with my screwdriver. Just pyaw. Pyaw. Alright, the TV. We got a lamp. We got a lamp, Rava. Nothing in the drawers. Metalworking Volume 1. Oh, I'll take it. Comic book. I'll take it. Because my unhappiness is starting to get there, so if I could just read that, bing, bang, boom. Leather jacket. All 4 articles of clothing I could rip. Cologne. Vitamins. And I'm just going to take apart the TV. That's all I can really do, you know. My last message did not get sent, Nighttime 98. What were you trying to say? Also, welcome, you know. Don't know how long you've been here. But the chat is my way of knowing, like, who's here, who's not here. Actually, I only said one bad word. Oh no. Not a bad word in a stream where I literally license the fact that I'm going to be using a ton of bad words. Vulgarity. Beans, that's what I don't want. And it gets flagged. Well, at least he didn't get banned. I was watching this one guy play, and he was just all over the place. So I typed, "Calm down, you're playing like a knob," and they banned me from the chat. For 15 minutes. And I thought, I really wanted to, like, I typed out my manifesto. I'm like, you idiot, you know? You were playing like a knob. You're gonna ban me for pointing out the truth? But I didn't. I'm like, you know, I don't have to be here. I'm just gonna take my energy elsewhere. So I could read that comic book, Brava, to reduce my unhappiness. But I'm about to be hungry. And I did happen to pick up a can of something or other. Is there anybody in here? Nobody that I can see. So salad. Okay, I was saying that I'm in Louisville on the day 1 mod and bandits are trying to kill me, and a lot of the cars have no gas or little. I see. Yeah, I still haven't tried that day 1 mod, you know? I have to look into that. I should have just, like, started this stream with that intent. Vegetable soup, fruit cocktail, corned beef, orange soda, water bottle, corn flour. Would be helpful. It's hell and you will die a lot. Yeah, right? That's why I think I'm probably better off starting with, like, a brand new character, you know? Ice cream's not vegan because it's got milk in it. So because I'm now starting to get tired, I'm going to open my can of fruit cocktail. And that's going to give me -10 unhappiness. Alleviating my hunger and unhappiness at the same time. So salad. So no salad, actually. Although if I did have an empty bowl, I could have put, I don't eat meat. I'm trying not to in this character because, like, with fishing and with trapping, you can just get so much food. It's crazy. Like, not too much, but I, like, myself, in real life, I'll eat it, you know? But, on the whole, for this character, I'm trying not to because, you know, just trying to give myself another, like, added challenge. There's the smoking thing, but then there's this. Zombies crawling through my temporary window. Newspaper, that's not going to help me reduce sadness. And I have a can of peaches, too, for the next time I get sad. But, inventory, we're about to be full up, so after I watch this program, I might just go home. Probably. Because I'm thinking, where else could I really go to disassemble electrical components? I'd probably have to go like over to like the big main part of Muldraugh, like the resident, not the residential, the like business district. Amplifier's just too much noise, especially when I'm paying on Apocalypse, you know. But I will read this metalworking magazine while I'm just sitting here. Would you, dude, like to build a bar in your home? I might have more problems going on in my life if that's what I'm gonna do. Like, I might be an alcoholic if I'm trying to build a bar at my house. Maybe. But that's so normalized, you know? Yes, you would like to build a bar? Are you old enough to drink, Rava? Because I know you're in school, but, like, I don't know if that means you're old enough or not. Of course, you could lie to me and say that you are. This is the internet, you know? Somebody just hopped over that fence. They're about to climb through here. I can hear them. VHS tapes in real life wouldn't teach you all that much. There's way more than just 4 planks and 3 nails. What was he talking about building? I wasn't paying attention. Was it a shelf or a bookcase? Or no, a bar. It was a bar counter or a stool or something. Carpentry. Bar. There it is. Bar element. Bar corner, bar element. Alright. That's cool that they do give like a separate section for it, though. Building a house, I think. Yeah, a whole house, you know. Well, if it's 4 planks and 3 nails, we can get to the bottom of this. Oh, it's a crate. No, that's 3 planks, 4 nails. No, that's 3 planks, 3 nails. I heard him say something about bar. That's what makes me think it's that. But oh well. We already... Go beep yourself. So yeah. Not a lot of electrical stuff. Even like radios and such, you know? I'm only at 60, so I need 15 more experience. I hate disassembling the TV when there's still life and living programs to be watched, because it just seems like a waste. Or like if I did need to come back through here... Ooh, there's zombies out there. Good thing I'm not going through that window. Going through this window. Gonna fight this zombie. Let's go, buddy. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Does not work like that in real life. There's math involved. You work in construction? Awesome. Is there, like, what's your specialty? Do you do the concrete? Do you do the walls? Like the carpentry stuff? Do you do the electricity? Do you do the plumbing? Because I have a great respect for... Like, I want to get into carpentry as a profession. I've done tree service. Now I do package delivery. I wouldn't be opposed to learning that type of trade. Because my dad's a carpenter. He does some stuff. You build residential houses. Okay, cool. Like the framing, mostly, is what you do? Or, like... So, like, other people come in after you do the framing? I don't know all the steps, but I imagine framing would be first. Like, how would you know where to put what? You know what I mean? But I also do handyman on the side. There you go. If you gotta jerk people off to make... No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just handyman. I like making that joke. And I could check that house for electrical components. Starting to get a little bit unhappy again, but that is what canned peaches are for. Yeah. 15 and 10. Eat those peaches. Yeah, I've helped my dad with some handyman jobs. Like building shelves or that type of stuff. So I can appreciate being handsy. I'm glad you thought it was funny, you know, that you didn't like take it the wrong way, you know? Like, no, I'm not gay. I wouldn't do that. It's like, whoa, dude, take it easy, you know? I think we all know that anybody who gets that defensive whenever gayness is brought up is probably gay, you know? Maybe. It's like, I send my child to straight camp. It's like, really? It's just slightly concerning. You can take jokes. That's good to have a sense of humor, you know? Having a sense of humor, really, I've realized it makes your life a lot, better. I'm trying to think of, like, a better word than better, but really there is no better word than better, I guess. It just makes your life better. Happier. More fulfilling. You're a big jokester. Did I mention I'm an incurable prankster? Did you watch Avatar: The Last Airbender nighttime? Because I know Rava and I have seen it. And in the last stream we talked about who our favorite characters were. Oh. That's... okay. Earlier than I expected. It's a lot earlier than expected. Alright, so not ideal. Right? Right. Not ideal. I thought... I mean, I really should have been paying more attention at the time. I just got carried away. So we're gonna have to do a bit of running around. It's good that we're at home. Yeah, that's what we talked about in the last streamerino. Boy, that sucks. Packaged corn. I'll put that in the freezer. I mean, I'm hoping... like, if the zombies are around my house, who cares? If they don't know I'm in here, that's what's so important, you know? So when I start to hear banging, that's when I can start to get worried. But right now, I was just trying to stockpile enough food to make sure I lasted until the helicopter, that 3-day window. But seeing how that 3-day window is literally right now, this is day 7, right? This is the earliest the helicopter could have came. But I think we're fine. Like, we were in our own neighborhood. It's not like we were in an area where it was just full of zombies. Like, we got to watch Woodcraft before the heli came. That was nice. I just got to keep putting stuff away. I just don't want to make any noise. I'm so nervous. Aluminium. I'll put that in here. Electric wire, radio receiver, batteries, cologne, vitamins, painkillers, antidepressants. I could use an antidepressant that's actually got full, you know. But yeah, nighttime 98. Have you seen Avatar: The Last Airbender? Was the question. For you. And you think the helicopter is leaving right now, right? But you'd be wrong. It will come back. It lulls you into a false sense of security. You had ages ago, yeah. It's a good show, you know? Ugh. Do you have a favorite character? I said Zuko. Rava said Iroh. See, there here comes back, you know? You don't? That's alright. It's like, then get out. I'm just kidding. It's like, then get out. Don't come back to my stream unless you have a favorite Avatar: The Last Airbender character. Alright. So I'm not hungry yet, but I'm about to be unhappy and hungry. Okay, bye. Yeah. You're half my viewers at this point, man. You know? No cereal. Oatmeal. I know when you make oatmeal, you'd think you'd make it with milk, but you don't actually. You make it with water. Where'd it go? Make bowl of oatmeal. Water, not milk. So, that's the interesting thing about that. And I think it actually does help reduce unhappiness too, as long as it's a warm bowl of oatmeal. Fresh. Yeah, it only gives -2, but still, you know. That'll push me out of being unhappy. By a little bit, you know. Do you enjoy this game? I do, you know. It just can get a little stale after the first week, but you can make it as exciting as you want to. Like, I could sit in my base and do nothing, or I could go out and, you know, try to fight as many zombies as possible. Like, I get to choose. So that's what I enjoy the most, is the diversity in terms of how you can play. Like, right now with the vegan thing, I never forage. Like, I never have to, because I can fish, because I can trap, for food. I don't need to necessarily forage. I've never had to. But now that I'm putting this limitation on my character, I'm going to do something that I never really would have done before. So, that's nice. I'm going to go get a hair clip. I'll be right back. It's driving me crazy. Because I went to... Right? Where's the peace sign when you need it? Because I went to sleep with one in my hair. That's what I was looking for earlier. I couldn't find it. Probably on the floor. Knowing me. Chat, you guys ever had bed bugs? Can't find one. Driving me crazy. Oh, look. It's time to watch more TV. I'm only agitated, but I feel like the unhappiness is really getting higher. Cryogenic winter mod along with the day one mod to make it harder. It's negative 44 degrees. Good God. That is definitely a way to make your playthrough more challenging. That isn't like based on playstyle. That's crazy. Oh, foraging. See, perfect. Good thing that's getting leveled up. I won't recommend hard mode because you will just spend 99% of your time collecting firewood to stay alive, right? What's the point of playing the game if you spend 90% of the game just like grinding materials just to craft stuff, you know. I might just take some more antidepressants because it was a 2-hour window. No, I'll read a comic book. The unhappiness, it will get to a point where I can just read a book. I have 7 of them. Excuse me. -90 in the winter is crazy. My dad sent me a list. Succotash or bison meatballs. I'll go with succotash, you know. I didn't know that succotash... Huh. Thuffer and thuccotash. So, I'm also getting tired. I'll give it a little bit longer, because I know that line is like -20 on happiness. There are places in the world that are that cold, that is true. Just kind of being realistic. I was watching another dude stream, and he's like, what did he say? He was looking for cigarettes, and I tried to, like... He didn't know where to find them, I guess because he hadn't played this game in such a long time. And I'm like, well, do you know about the online map? And he's like, yeah, but, you know, I'm trying to roleplay as this character. And I'm like, well, you're about to be roleplaying as a zombie, dude, because if you just aimlessly wander around looking for cigarettes, you're gonna die. More than likely. I can't say that for sure. With the utmost certainty. You're just more likely to die when you're roaming around out there. We did sit-ups and burpees last time, so I'll just do push-ups and squats. I get roleplay within certain contexts. Like, when I played Rust, my Steam name is Anton Chigurh, the character from No Country for Old Men. So it's kind of like my Steam, like I am role-playing as that character, especially in that game because you can put a silencer on a pump shotgun, and then your Python revolver, it's a 6-shot, you know, revolver. That was like my air gun. And then my silent shotgun in a hazmat suit, that was like my playthrough that I would roll through. So if I were to stream that in a PvP thing, because his whole thing in the movie is he'll flip a coin to see, like, heads or tails, are you going to stay alive or not? Like, do I have to kill you? That type of thing. I thought it would be interesting to sort of flip a coin to see whether or not I'd kill the person I just downed, or if I'd pick him up and let him live. Because sometimes you feel bad for killing somebody in Rust. Other times you're like, no, you deserved it. You're toxic. You suck, you know? But, I just worked out. It's only 8 o'clock. It just seems so early to go to sleep, but I'm still going to do it. And look, it's midnight by the time I wake up. Alright. I do have more thread. I don't have a lot of sheets. That's the only problem. But denim will actually give you more experience than no denim. The only problem is it's just, you know, harder to come by. Oh, there we go. But that put me at 2 tailoring, which is just what I wanted. Boom. Now I need to read tailoring 2 before moving any further. I gotta eat. I gotta eat this stuff. Do I have a bowl in my inventory? Denim, thread, needle. I do. Alright. Fruit salad. Pineapple and orange. I should be able to put some lime in there, too. Indeed I can. Orange. And lime. And I might as well put the other orange in there, because... Negative 14 in happiness, 20 hunger. That'll do. Good. Good, good, good. Here I am thinking I gotta read a book. Nope. That's another layer I could put on, is illiterate. Like, I can't use comic books or books to reduce unhappiness. I have to use food. Or candy, or alcohol, or something. But now, because it's 2 in the morning, I just have to burn time. I mean, I should put patches on my leather jacket. It says I need thread. And add padding to all using leather strips. Because I'm out of thread, that's the problem. Leather strips. I need 4 more, and then I need to patch my pants. What city am I in? I'm in Muldraugh. I still haven't found a map yet. So, like, I think this is the map to West Point. Or no, sorry, not West Point. March Ridge, I'm pretty sure that's what that is. But yeah, this is the progress I made in Muldraugh so far. I want to try to get my car situation taken care of. So I'm going to watch that car zone. Because if I can take a car up to the farm to harvest all the vegetables and bring them back here, then I'm good for food for a while. I just was trying to find the magazine, or not the magazine, the book for mechanic experience. Because to find that book, I'd have to keep going through all these houses in the hope that they'd have it. So I'd rather just do this. Play. Sit. So yeah, that put me at, let's see. So it did put me at 1 mechanics, which is good. And the only problem is I just think I need more electrical. I disassembled that TV. I think it gave me like 3. I suppose. Well, no, I could just smash that window. The game getting boring once you go loot and you have so much food, you're not sure what to do. Exactly. Like, you know, I talked about this with Rava too, of like, if my goal is to find a welding mask and then I find it, it's like, well, now what? You know? So being a smoker kind of does give you a goal, in like an innate goal. That goal is go find cigarettes. Like food, you have to eat, you have to drink water. So the game is like, well, you have to do these things. So. But, like, I could get totally depressed. It's just, you know, it would take me forever to transfer things. So it's not like it's, like, a game-altering thing. It's just making the game a little harder. Not too hard. And I already ate that salad. Golly. I am just sitting here. I don't think I've gone outside. Drinking right now. Drinking right no. Now? No. Because that'll definitely fix your unhappiness, for sure. Peaches, peas. I'll do the fruit cocktail. Open it. All right. So, like, I can't even get in the car without a crowbar, which I don't have. So I'd have to go find one, or I just smash the passenger side window and get in that way. I'm inclined to do that. There are houses and a garage down here, though, so I might just check those out. Might as well, because now that the helicopter's gone, I don't really have to worry too much about, like, you know, playstyle. The biggest threat is over. That's what I consider to be the biggest threat in the early game. I first heard that heli, I'm like, screw that, I'm dropping all my sheets and I'm running. Okay. It is looking remarkably tame out here. Huh. I'm still gonna look around my house, because I don't trust it. False sense of security, don't you know? It would also suck if I went to break the window, and then it just started, like, blaring the car alarm. I'd be like, mother. It's surprisingly quiet. You always wanted to be a comedian? Well, go do it, man. Why don't you? Because I'm sure it's not too hard to find a stand-up comedy open mic night, you know, where it doesn't even have to be jokes. It could just be, like, poetry, you know? Just get up on stage. Because I'm going to ask you something, Nighttime. You ever play the tuba? You ever played any instrument? I like to just use the tuba as an example, because, you know, it just comes to mind easy for me. Not that I ever played the tuba. My jokes are sometimes just random things I say. Right, it's just, like, more improvisational. It doesn't have to be, like, you can tell a joke. Because there's different levels of funny, you know? Like, where you can just improvise. You play drum with your hands. Alright, there you go, you know? But, like, when you first started playing the drums, it probably didn't sound that good, right? So you just have to practice. Keep doing something. The more you do it, the better you get at it. It sounds very complicated, I know. You know, practice makes perfect. No, it sucked. Right, you know? So, like, first time, like, I actually did an open mic one time. And it was so bad, I don't know if I ever want to do it again. But that's the thing. The first time you go on stage to do something like that, it's gonna suck. Like, unless you're literally, like, the most talented, funniest person on the planet. Odds are, it's not gonna be that great the first time around. So, you know, just keep practicing, you'll get better. Just got my butthole puckered every time now. Disassemble television. Really should clear the house first. But yeah, whenever I teach somebody how to do archery, the same thing happens. They're like, I've never done this before, so it's probably not going to be that good. And I'm like, that's okay, you know? I'm not expecting perfection. Nor should you. Well, did anyone laugh, or did you get tomatoes thrown at you? Nobody threw tomatoes at me. And I did get some laughs. I just don't know if they were the type of laughs where it was like a pity laugh, you know? Like, this is awkward, so I'm going to laugh, that type of thing. Because I just ran out of stuff to say. Because it's when people did laugh at what I said that I just got so worried. I was like, oh god. And then I didn't know what to do. Ooh, military boots. Cool. Because I told him a story about how I catfished a kid. And not everybody thinks that's very funny. Some people would think, no, that's just disturbing, you know? I had good reason. I didn't just catfish a kid for no reason, alright? I always, like, I have a reason to do it. I don't just do the things I do. There's always a reason. And I will tell you the story if you're inclined to know. But if you don't want to know, I won't tell you. I've told it so many times, though, so I don't really care if I have to tell it again. Can you tell the story? I'll tell it if Nighttime wants to hear it, too. I like... Only if both of you want to hear the story, I will tell you. Ooh, gun case. It's the Magnum, though. I wouldn't be honest, some jokes... I wouldn't be too... Well, wait a minute. I wouldn't... To be honest, some jokes... Right, because, like, what is funny? Like, that's a very subjective thing. Because everybody's got a different sense of humor. Alright, I'll tell you the story. So I was in high school. And I was a junior in high school, and I played football, and I had torn my ACL. It's ligament in your knee, so I was out for the season. I couldn't play anymore. Well, I mean, I could have played my senior year, but I decided not to, because I'm like, I'm just going to hurt myself, so I'm not going to do it. So, I had a friend, his name was Pablo. Well, his name wasn't really Pablo, it's just that's his alias for the story. I called him Pablo because he was Italian, but I thought he was Mexican, so I called him Pablo. I just didn't know he was Italian. But, you know, that's what happens when you're in 6th grade and you meet an Italian person and you don't know they're Italian. You think they're Mexican, you call them Pablo. But that's neither here nor there. He was getting bullied at work by this dude named Jake. And Jake had LMS. We both went to school together, so like we were all in the same school. But Jake and Pablo worked at Wendy's together, so he was like threatening him to beat him up outside of work if he ever saw him, which is pretty likely when you work at the same job, you know. So he was understandably worried. So I want to tell him to back off and be like, look, leave Pablo alone. He's not doing anything to hurt anybody. But Jake has LMS, and LMS is little man syndrome. Little man syndrome is characterized by always wanting to fight people, you know, trying to prove how tough you are. He said he had a black belt in karate, and I'm like, okay, you know. But another thing that he said, which is kind of like random, you know, like had nothing to do with the situation. But Jake said that he was 7 inches flaccid. Flaccid, like penis not hard, 7 inches long, like. And this is high school, all right? We're juniors in high school, all right? So fucking Ron Jeremy over here talking about his dong. And the best burn I've heard to date came from this guy named Zach. He was telling him, he's like, you know, buddy, I think you have the ruler upside down, implying that it was only 7 centimeters, not 7 inches. And I'm like, damn, that is a good burn, you know? But anyway, ever since that moment, I decided I want to figure out whether or not he's telling the truth about his situation. So that is how I ended up saying my name was Jessica. I had just moved here from another school district. I'd seen him in the halls, thought he was really cute, but was too shy to say anything. So I got his number from somebody, and he bought all of it, you know, because that's just what happens, you know. Oh, wait, I can't even eat margarine or butter or anything. That's gonna suck. Lard, margarine, butter. I can't do any of it. Well, margarine, maybe, because I think that's a... Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So I set out to find out if he was telling the truth about his wiener. And, ooh, crowbar, hell yeah! He was not telling the truth. Let's just say that. About his 3 crowbars in this one cabinet is insane. So, let's just say I got the proof I was looking for, you know? I'm not proud of it, but, you know, you have to find out these things one way or another, you know? So that's how I got suspended from school, because he didn't show up to take any of his exams, because I'm like, look, dude, just leave Pablo alone, don't bully him anymore, don't threaten to bully him anymore, and I'll be quiet about the situation. So you could call it blackmail, you know? Did I do it in the school bathroom? No, he just sent me a picture on his phone, you know? And I didn't share it with anybody, so it's not like I got slapped with, like, a felony or anything like that. But I was just like, nah, we'll be quiet about this, just leave him alone, you know? Like, you're being a dick, you know? Like, stop being a dick, that type of thing. So yeah, I got suspended for 2 weeks. But, when he sent me this picture, he sent a caption with the picture. And I don't know if you guys have ever sent a dick pic to a lady or not, but, you know, I don't know if you're supposed to give them captions or not. But this caption was something else. He sends a picture of his penis to an alleged girl, and he says, "Sorry, it's weird." Yeah. It looked like a mushroom. It looked like a 2-inch tall mushroom that was curved ever so slightly toward the belly button, with a bunch of hair at the bottom that looked like a moss. So I'll never get that image out of my head. So who really got pranked? You know, who's the real victim here? I ask you. I query. You know, it's not me. You know. But I tell my brother and my sister that story, and they're like, that's hilarious. You know, they thought it was awesome. I'm like, thanks, guys. It's good to have a supportive family, you know? That they're not going to judge me, throw me under the bus, make me feel like a weirdo, just for catfishing a kid. But I did it with righteous intent. You know, I didn't do it to be a bully. I did it to stick up for my friend, you know, because he was getting bullied, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to stand for that. Don't you bully my friend. And I just had AC. I'm not a fighter anyway. Like, I wouldn't fight people. It's not my shtick, you know. So I wasn't a leg brace. Not that I could fight him anyway, even though he wanted to. And I'm like, dude, I'm in a leg brace. What are you doing? You know, this is pathetic. See, I'm never used to the helicopter coming this early. I feel like it always comes in like day 8 or day 9. Just not used to having this much time. But yeah, that's the story of how I catfished a kid. I probably could work on how I tell it. I'm also distracted when I'm telling you the story. So, but anyway, I do like to mark, when was this? I graduated high school in 2015, so this would have been in 2014, I think. Or 2013, 2014. So this is about 10 years ago. So yeah. Good times, you know? He actually dropped out of high school. I shouldn't laugh, because it's kind of tragic, you know? Like, I bullied a kid out of not going to high school anymore. On paper, you know? If you look at the story as just objectively what happened, a kid was getting picked on. I didn't want that to happen. I was like, hey, go away in the way that I knew how to make him go away, because I'm smart. I'm methodical, you know? I'll ruin your life. Just kidding. I don't think his life was ruined by this. You know? He claimed that when it happened. You know, he's like, oh, you know, I don't get to go to high school anymore. It's like, yes, you could have. It's just you were too embarrassed. He didn't show up to take any of his exams. Yeah, so like in junior year, this was toward the end of the semester. We were supposed to take our exams. He didn't show up to school to take any of his exams, and he blamed me for it. Like, he was too embarrassed to show up. And I'm like, dude, you did all of this. You were the one who picked on this kid. I'm sure you didn't tell anybody that, you know? But you're going to be the victim in all this. But it's crazy. I like how I'm already too heavy, you know? So I don't know why I'm picking up more canned food. I also got a bunch of rice on me. I'll drop the rice, because that's just classic victim blaming. Right, you know? And that's something, like, you really just have to grow. Like, when you get older, you realize these things. You know, you just have to learn to understand the way of the world, or the way that certain people operate. I can't say the way of the world. That's a bit too broad. But anybody can be a victim. That's the truth. And there really is no limitation on victimhood. Like, you can be a victim over nothing. For example, my parents are divorced, you know? Like, I've always known life with divorced parents ever since I was like 2 years old. I don't say this to be a victim. I don't say this with any intention of pity from you guys, because it's not doing anything to lead me down a path of... That's not a good life to live if you're constantly just blaming other people for your, you know, suffering. You should be proud for standing up to bully. Yeah, not many would stand up to a bully, you know what I mean? So I'm glad that, you know, some people can look at what I did and be like, you did a good thing, you know? Some people just think what I did was funny. And I can look back and say, like, yeah, it's kind of funny, you know? I can also say it was messed up, though. Like, I get to choose how I look at it, you know? I could say I was a victim because I got suspended from school. I even failed chemistry because I missed I had to spend the first week in school suspension. And then I had to spend the next week, the first week I spent at home, suspended. And then I met with the superintendent, and I told him how sorry I was. Because I had to, you know, what do you got to do in that situation? You do what you have to do, you know? But, no, that's how that happened, you know? And if I could go back in time and change things, I wouldn't, you know? I blame the school for my horrible, horrible life, right, you know? Like, you're the reason I dropped out of high school. It's like, no, I'm not, you know? You bullied a kid, I stood up for that kid, and now you're here. And you're gonna blame me for it. And it's like, no, that's just irresponsible, you know? Like, anybody can be a victim. So, try not to be. Because the victim mentality doesn't really do anything to make your life more productive and more meaningful. It just makes you, too bad for him, right? It just makes you feel more miserable, and you'll drag everybody down. Nobody likes a Debbie Downer, okay? When you're a Debbie Downer, that's bad. So you gotta try to go through life not being a Debbie Downer, okay? Wonder what he's doing 10 years. It's a long time, right? I'm curious too, but I'm not losing any sleep over it. You know, I'm not like, I don't feel any guilt about the situation. You reap what you sow, you know. Maybe in 10 years I'll have some guilt, but you know, that's the thing. Guilt comes in waves, you know. Anyway, that's my story. Ooh, somebody's in here. Tailoring 1, Mechanics 2. Comic book performance models. You make me laugh. I'm glad, you know? I'm glad you found that story entertaining, because you can really choose how you look at that story. You can look at that story and be completely disgusted and be like, what the hell is wrong with you, you know? But if you have a sense of humor, you can look at it and be like, that's actually pretty funny. Objectively, that's funny. Or objectively not. That's the thing about humor. Nobody can say what is and what isn't funny except you. You're the only one who can say that. It's the beautiful thing about comedy. All the leaves are brown, and the sky is gray. Well, half of me is like, is this guy nuts? Then the other half of me is laughing, right? That's the true secret of comedy. That's what nobody tells you, you know? You just, it's a fine line of batshit insane and entertainment. You just have to know how to, like good old Johnny Cash says, how to walk the line, you know? I gotta turn on this TV. Life and Living, tune in. I think day 9 is when it stops, because I would have seen the cooking program that would have kicked it off. But that's the other thing about comedy, is that sometimes comedy is so absurd and so over the top that you can't help but laugh at it, you know? Things can be funny. Unintentionally funny. Electrical 1, there we go. So that is Electrical 1, though. What is my goal in life? Alright. You're talking about, like, my life, not, like, my character, right? My goal in life is voice actor. I want my legacy to live on in terms of, I want people to, like, hear my voice and be like, I recognize that voice. So I got my list of accents and impressions. I got the wheel of voices. If you want me to spin the wheel, I'll spin it. I also want to, like, I teach archery at the Renaissance Fair. I have ever since 2016. But this year was a year where it was kind of, are you married or planning to? I want to get my businesses off the ground, and I want to, like, get my career as a voice actor up and running before I try to do any of that stuff. You got out of school like 3 years ago. Okay, cool. Yeah, I graduated with my master's in 2022, so I've just been living on my own since then. Well, since last November, or last September, I've been living on my own. But I enjoy living on my own, though. It's nice. I don't have roommates or anything like that. Nervous wreck. I think I might need more antidepressants, because unhappiness is starting to really kick up. I think we're all pretty young here, you know? Not like super young, but... Can I put pickles in here? I can. I can even put some peas in here. But I can't put packaged corn. Oh, it's probably because it's a fruit salad. But yeah, that's just what, and that's another thing. That's just what I want to do with my life right now. You know, like, I could get to a point where these things change. But I'll never know whether or not I want to do these things unless I do them. So not since 2016, but for the last year and the year prior, so for the last 2 years, I went and I traveled 4.5 hours to do a show in Northern Ohio, And then I also traveled down to Tennessee to do a show down there. So it's a lot of traveling on the road to do it. And now I have to wonder, like, do I want to keep traveling on the road, or do I want to just start my own archery thing here, where I'm at in Cincinnati, Ohio? You know, because there are places to do archery around here, but I feel like they're not like so local to Cincinnati. They're like in Westchester, it's like 25 minutes away, or across the river in Covington, like in Kentucky, you know? So, and I like recurve archery, not compound bows, like with the wheels and stuff. I just feel like that's overly unnecessarily complicated. But those are my two goals in life. And then be happy. Although that should be goal number one, right? Just be happy. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna start eating these antidepressants now, because it's about 1:30 on 7/16. So we'll see if that does anything. Because last time it knocked down the stressed to agitated, which I found interesting. Another garbage bag. Okay, I need to go home. I'm at 8.98. Can't carry any more. Rava, what's your goal in life, Rava? And you too, Nighttime, what's your goal in life? I'm curious to know. Besides be happy. That should be goal number one, right? Goal number one, be happy. $8.98 still. Holding on. Find someone to be with. That is a good goal. It's a commendable goal, you know. Grow old and die. Still figuring that out? Yeah. Nobody said that you had to have it all figured out, because I think that's the problem with, you know, our generation. I'm going to lump ourselves together just for the moment, because I do feel like society can put a lot of pressure on people, young people, to like, you have to have it figured out. You have to know, oh, there we go, back down to agitated. Awesome. So antidepressants are kind of the thing that saves this run. But, yeah, nobody ever said you had to have it figured all out. And even if you think you do, that might change, you know? That's the beautiful thing about life, is that it changes, it ebbs and flows. So, that's why... So for 3 years, I've done the show in Northern Ohio. For 2 years, I've done the show in Tennessee. And I don't know how to take the feeling, because people come up to me and they're like, I recognize you from last year. And I have mixed emotions about that, because it makes me feel like, I don't know. It makes me feel like half of what they're saying is, oh, you're still here? Like, shouldn't you be doing better, bigger things? You know, like, shouldn't you be doing something where you're not just working at a Renaissance fair? You know? But the other half of me thinks that what they're saying is, when they say, like, I remember you from last year, is I admire your drive and your passion and your commitment. And I'd like to think that it's a positive thing that somebody's saying, that I was remembered, like I was noticed. And that's something that's nice. You know, it's not that like I have to choose. Like, we always have a choice to make in life of how we react to situations. And I feel like that's entirely within my wheelhouse of, how do I react to the situation? Do I get pissed off at them? Because when we're really, 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 really busy and people are like, you're doing a great job, I'm like, fuck off. Like, you don't have to, like, even though what they're saying is totally nice, they're saying a nice thing to me, and I shouldn't get pissed off at them, but it totally feels patronizing. when it's like I'm doing my very best, and the fact that you're calling attention to my effort seems patronizing, even though it's not. But I'm a cynical person, you know. I'm really trying to work on not being so cynical, but it's not easy when because you practice your whole life being cynical, so it just comes naturally. You're just in the habit of whenever things happen, you can't help but be cynical, and that sucks. Because cynicism has its moments. Because if you're cynical all the time, nobody wants to be around you. It's like, geez, who invited this guy? Vegetable and orange salad. I'll go ahead and eat that now. Because 14 hunger, I'm basically already there. But mechanical level 1 is only really going to be useful for the next level. But still, the first level is the easiest one to get. Everything after that is harder. Do I need a cockroach? I technically don't. Because what would I even use the cockroach for as bait for some type of trap? And is there like an icon? Look at that! I don't know if you guys can see that. See that little roach? Now I pick him up. I'll put him on the white tile over here so you can see him better. Look at him. Little cockroach. I love it. Just step on him. No, I can't. I can only shove. I think it's like okay, there's that. You can alt when you press alt, you'll do an automatic slam. I'm pressing spacebar, that's a shove. Alt and spacebar is still a slam. Not that I can kill a cockroach, those things are indestructible. Alright. What now? I feel like I had to have watched my carpentry program, right? Because the alarm would have went off. Would have been like 3 hours ago. Right. I don't know what to do. I feel like I just need to work on my electrical skill. Ooh, now that I have that crowbar, I can try prying open that car. And put the rest of my stuff away. Can you guys figure out if margarine is vegan or not? That's my goal for you guys. My task. I have tasked you with finding something out for me. Because I'm under the impression that margarine is made from plants. Like, it's not real butter, you know? Wow. First try. Door's locked. Trunk's locked. No key, but there is a lighter. You need keys or electrical 1 and mechanic 2. You think that's the definition of margarine? Yeah, I thought so too, you know? Like, I can't believe it's not butter, that whole thing. So, then I can use that, because I need some type of way to make my weight fluctuate. Like, because the fish is good because that has so many like omegas and it has so much fat in it that that's a good way. You can just eat fish and you'll gain weight. But like the pasta, that'll help you gain weight. But like the butter is what really pushes it over the edge. Maggots, that's only really good for fishing bait. I suppose the next goal I could set for myself is to like put some type of barrier here so the zombies just don't leak through. I would like to find an axe, though. People love to get mad when you don't do something they don't do. Yes, absolutely. Which is really the case for me as an archery teacher, because I teach people how to do the recurve archery, not the compound bow. So, like, when you're going to, like, pull, you need to put your fingers on the string like this. Like, pretend this is the bowstring. You need to put your fingers, like, on the string. And then you pull back on the string to pull back to your face, and then you just let go of the string by, like, doing this with your fingers. Like, you're flicking. Almost. But when people use compound bows, they're used to grabbing it with a mechanism and pulling it back like this. So when they do archery at the range where I work at, we don't use that type of bow, but they still apply that type of style. And then they're just pulling the actual arrow. Jesus. Then they're pulling the arrow, and then the arrow just fucking wobbles. And it's so unbelievably stressful. Because it's like, hey, you're like this close from shooting somebody. I don't know if you know that or not, you know? Because the arrow is wobbling, so what do? They put their finger up against it. And then they go to let go of the arrow, and it slides against their finger, and you just hope to God there's nothing wrong with that arrow when they do that. Because A, it's just slowing your shot down. Why are you doing that? B, that finger being up there doesn't do anything. It doesn't serve any purpose, because you think you're aiming with that finger. What you're really doing is you're only holding the bow with 4 fingers, right? These 3 including your thumb. But just hold the bow in all 5 fingers, then pull back. You know, it's like, it's not that complicated, but people fight me on it. Because they're like, oh no, this is how I would normally do it. And it's like, I don't care how you would normally do it. There's a reason I had to come up to you and tell you, hey, buddy, you're doing something wrong, you know? Crazy. Alright, if I had a jack... Okay, tangent over. If I had a jack or a lug wrench, do they do that in Lord of the Rings? I think they'll put the arrow on the other side of the bow. Because, like, when you're right-handed, you want it on the left side to kind of keep it from falling off. Because if it was on the right side of the bow, when you're pulling the bowstring, you're actually twisting the bowstring ever so slightly. So if you were to put the arrow on the wrong side, it would just fall off the bow, the arrow rest, when you'd go to pull it. But people see they see Brave, they see Merida, they see Katniss in Hunger Games, they see Legolas in Lord of the Rings, and they apply all of those concepts, movie concepts, to something that's not something you can't apply movie concepts to, you know? Sure, you could do it that way, but you don't have to. And like video games too. Sometimes they'll get it right, sometimes they won't. You know, it's really just hit or miss. Alrighty. Okay, so now I can't really work on mechanics, but that's the thing. Like, I would be at mechanic level 2 if I had read that. Yeah, there's a reason it's a movie. Like, there's a reason it's fantasy, you know? I could read Mechanic 1 and then go find some stuff to disassemble. Because I can't take apart anything on cars without a lug wrench and... Well, I have a screwdriver. The way mechanics works in this game is that you can work on one component a day. The same thing with guns and video games. Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think this game does guns really well because they can jam. You have to reload. Like, I get so sick of video games. I'm not really sick of it, but like when you reload in a video game and it's just like an empty pool of bullets. Like magazines, like bullets don't transfer over between magazines. You know what I mean? I could take out the seats. Because you only need Mechanics 1 to do that. Only downside is really heavy, but just drop them. Because you can work on one thing a day. So if I do this right now, I could uninstall all the seats, or I could reinstall all the seats tomorrow morning. But I think I should probably just read the mechanic book before I do anything else, because everything I'm going to do is just not going to gain any experience. As opposed to if I did read the book. Just when you already have the first level, when you already have the first skill level, it kind of sucks, but oh well. Yeah, and guns can jam in this game too, which I like. You think I wouldn't like that, but it's the immersion. Right, Rava? The immersion? The thing you're so fond of, you know? Alrighty. Ooh, carpentry. I forget they do carpentry for like the last day on the survival program. Hungry, drowsy, agitated. Well, agitated, what else is new? Alright. And I could read performance, but... Let's see. Sounds like I'm pissing in a bottle. Just like building in this game, it's basic for the sake of being fun in real life, not so much. There's not a lot more, just a few planks and nails, right? You don't have to have like joists or anything like that. I know that there's some, I think there's a mod out there where you can do like dimensions for wood. Like you can have 2x4s, or you can have like fence boards or something like that. I wouldn't be opposed to that, but I like to keep it simple with my mod. Things are basic to be fun in video games. If it was real life, it would not be fun for a game. Right, exactly. Like, try uninstalling a toilet in real life and get back to me with how fun and easy it is, you know? Like Power Washing Simulator. Bro. That game. Power washing is it's not fun. It can be cathartic, like it can be entertaining, I guess. I'm trying to find the right word here, you know? It could be something. I'm gonna take this ham, sausage, and ice cream outside. No, I'm gonna make a composter and then I'll put it in there because I can compost anything I want. I'm not putting any limitations on that. Like, oh, I can't even touch it. I'm such a vegan, I won't even put it in the composter. Like, okay, buddy. I do need it. Like, my cousin power washes my house. He didn't find it fun, just a thing he did. I can get that too, you know? Like, raking leaves. Like, I rake leaves for a specific purpose for my archery range. But, like, aside from that, not really. Canned corned beef, not that. Mushroom soup. Vegetable soup, that's the one. No, I'll do the canned spaghetti bolognese. Is that still 24 hunger? It's just no unhappiness reduction. How big is your yard? My yard, so when I lived with my mom in Milford, this was not last year, but the year prior, she lives on 5 acres. So it's pretty big. I wonder if I have... Did I take any pictures? I may have. But I also just took some pictures on my phone. But you live on 900 acres? That's insane. But yeah, we used to have horses, and there's like a riding arena. It's like probably like 100 foot by 50 foot, not 50. No, maybe like 30, maybe 40 feet. But I also made a little scarecrow out of a pumpkin. I used some old jeans and a shirt and a pumpkin and some pieces of wood, and I shot an arrow at it. It's really hard to see unless I zoom in a lot. But there's the arrow sticking out of it. But yeah, I stuffed the inside with leaves. You could see it, good. But yeah, man. Here I also made some quivers using PVC pipe and toilet flanges, and then just a piece of wood on the bottom. Screw the toilet flange to the piece of wood, and then just stick the thing in there, and then it's 3 feet PVC, so that's just long enough for an arrow. I think it's because of what I'm watching on TV. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll go to bed and see what happens. But I gotta... I gotta go upstairs. Because I didn't think the antidepressants would wear off that quickly, but also, the more you take antidepressants, the more it's gonna mess with you. I gotta do some sit-ups before I lose it. Okay, so now I'm back to stressed. So I think it was what I was watching on TV. Maybe. Oh, I never took off my jacket. That's why. So what do you do on that 900 acres? Farm, or just hang out, you know? I assume it would be for some reason. Nothing. I mean, hey, you know, it's your land. You do what you want with it. I'll take some more antidepressants. Because I know that'll knock down the stress level. It's just I don't know how reliant I can become on them. Water bottle. I'm just going to eat a whole onion, like an apple. Is 420 legal in your state? Yes, I'm in Ohio. I actually have a medical card. So I do have some stuff. And I can do it on stream if I wanted, because I put it in the stream. I'm in Ohio, yes. Cincinnati, in particular. I don't know if I'm wearing my Cincinnati hoodie or not sometimes. I gotta look down. I know that Rava's from Carolina. You're in Cleveland? Okay, cool, awesome. I couldn't remember if you told me where you were from or not, but yeah, look at us. State buddies, you know? Have you been to the Renaissance Fair in Ashtabula County? I think it's like an hour, maybe further than that from Cleveland. It might be an hour and a half or two. Yeah. No, that's okay. I say that's okay. Like I'm gonna be mad if you didn't go or something. Like you've never been to South Ohio. You've never been in South Ohio. Okay. Well in that Renaissance Fair in Ashtabula, it's kind of by like Erie, Pennsylvania. Like well, not like right by it, but like that's where it's kind of close to. The Renaissance Fair that happens down here is in Harveysburg. It's like between Columbus and Cincinnati. And the one in Tennessee, it's obviously a lot further away. But I'm assuming that means you've never been to a Renaissance Fair. And as someone who works there, that's just crazy. Crazy to me. You live where? I'm European. I thought you said you lived in Carolina. Oh, wait, no. Did you say Georgia? I think you did. I'm trying to remember. I'm glad they made it legal. It needs to be legal in all states. Absolutely, you know. It definitely shouldn't be lumped in with heroin. You know, that's just crazy. Neither. Where are you from again, Rob? I can't... Oh, wait, no, because of the time zone. It's literally... I think so, too. Now I'm embarrassing myself. I'm losing face, Rava. I gotta, like, go back to the stream. It's like, you said this. You did. It's one of those bots that I get mixed up with. Nighttime's in Ohio, yeah. Cleveland. Alright. I gotta take apart those seats. Because I know there's a big time zone difference between us. I just don't remember specifically where the difference is. I suppose that's the other beautiful thing about mechanics, is that you can just do it. I was gonna grow my stuff this spring, not sure what seed though. Yeah, something that'll grow fast. That would be nice. Something you don't have to wait around for, you know. You're from Finland. Got it. Okay. I was like, there's no way this dude's from India, you know. Because the name, you look at it and you're like, oh well, you know. I'm just messing with you, Rava. Because I love the name, you know. Makes it a lot easier for me to say, pronounce it, you know. I'll do headlights. Is it snowing there? No. Jesus. No. Is it snowing here? No, it's not. It was snowing last week. Literally last Thursday, I'm pretty sure it was snowing. Oh my god, that scared the fuck out of me. Like, I hear sirens outside, I hear gunshots in the game. I'm like, what is happening? What is happening? I'm gonna drop my light bulbs right here. You don't live in the snow belt? Okay. Yeah, because I know that being that close to Lake Erie, it can get pretty bad up there, from what I understand. Excuse me. And we're back to agitated. Give it a couple hours, I'm probably going to be back to stressed again. Because I feel like it just wears off, you know? Like, I feel like if you were going to get into the snow removal business, it's going to be snowing all weekend. Exactly, you know, like down here, if you want to do, like, 20 degrees, at least it's not negative 20. Down here, it's like lawn care and snow care. Like, it's the same company, it's just because of different times of year. You can't cut somebody's grass in the wintertime, you know? You can, but it'd be more like a snowblower, you know? Alright. I can take apart all these seats, too, because they're standard model vehicles. I just gotta make sure I drop the stuff right after I... Nighttime, yep. Grass does not grow in winter? I didn't think so. It's a lot harder for it to grow, you know? I think it's crazy how, like, deer and moose and elk and stuff, like, they'll, like, push... they'll push it out of the way, and then they'll start to eat it, and it's like, oh my god, dude. Can you imagine? I know that we're not animals, but still. That's crazy. Can't imagine pushing something out of my way with my nose just to be able to eat it. It's like the human equivalent of bobbing for apples. Animals are smart. Oh yeah, dude. Crows? Don't talk shit about crows, man. Crows will ruin your day. They remember. They're spiteful. Is that a zombie? That's a dead zombie. I'll put the radio in my backpack, though. Because, actually, no, I'm not going to... Because what I could do is I could just disassemble it for electrical experience, but I'm trying to work on mechanical. So that's why I'm taking stuff in and out of the... If I just disassemble the radio, I can't put it back in here to level up my mechanic skill. But if I take it out, I can put it back in. Giggity. Is there anything else I want to take out? Windows I'm just going to break. Can't do tires. Yeah, other car it is. Sometimes I think animals are smarter than people, you know? But people aren't that smart. Or to quote Men in Black, a person is smart. People are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it. $1,500 ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat. And 15 minutes ago, you found out that human beings are not alone on this planet. Imagine what you'll know tomorrow. You guys see Men in Black? It is a good movie. I don't remember... I've never seen the second or third one. Or if I did, it was only like highlights. It wasn't like the whole movie. Alright. That's all the seats, radio, and battery. That's all. You've seen all three? Awesome. And that's all three. That's everything I can disassemble with a screwdriver. And now we're at 53. Not bad. So, probably another 2 days of doing that. And I think I'll have enough to be able to hotwire that engine. So you said gunshots in the game and sirens in real life. I'd get jumpy. No, yeah, like... the area I live in isn't like the nicest area, but like there's so much security for my apartment complex. There's a chain link fence to get into like, so like I need 3 keys just to get to my apartment. One for the front door of my apartment unit, one for the front door of my building, and then one to get into the gate to get to my building door. I don't feel like I'm unsafe, but, you know, my car, it's not like it's in a garage. You hear them all the time near a nursing home. Those old people, you know, they're beefing with each other. You take my sweet roll! Just pull out the gap. You don't understand, you know? They don't have that much time left. They'll risk it all for their sweet roll. And then there was denim, right? Yeah. You know what time it is. Time to level sprinting. Nope. It's time for life and living, baby. This auto mod keeps flagging my messages. I'm trying not to have the profanity, you know? I should be able to work on that. Like, that's something I should definitely be able to fix. Hold on, let me fix that. Here we go. Shield mode is on. Where's the vulgarity? There's verification. Terms and phrases. I can ban certain phrases, you know? Ban certain people in the chat. But oh yeah. I don't think you need to do anything but those emotes, rather, because, you know, they work. I do the dude laughing whenever I put the laughing emojis, but followers only chat, slow mode. Auto mod, I think that's what it is. A little moderation. Swearing. Okay, so it's because I was at the highest level of auto mod, whereas now you can swear, but you can't do aggression, bullying, sexual harassment, disability, discrimination, sexuality, misogyny, race, sex-based terms. Okay. I mean, I could do a little. No, I'll do some. Okay. Alright, the chat has been updated, so go nuts. See if you can type fuck in the chat, you know? Shit. Awesome. So it's working, you know? So yeah, that's the problem. It's at the highest level of moderation control, and now it's not. So we're in business, boys. I just got so sick of the bots, you know? Had to take matters into my own hands. And boy, I got a lot of thread. Wow. All right. And I need to patch my clothes. Because right now, I'm pretty sure it's just... Where is it? Where is it? Oh yeah, I should probably pull my chat back up. I have an overlay that I use so that I can still, like, as I'm playing the game, I can still see the chat. I don't have to, like, pull up the window. 500 followers for $10. Buy followers today, dear sir. I think about it, you know. You can't imagine how many of those there were. It was literally every stream. Like, it was getting to the point where every single stream I'd get somebody's, like, best viewers on blah 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 blah, or people asking, like, God, just the catfish, you know. The ones who show up with their girly profile picture and they're like, I'm an artist. I'll make stuff for your channel. And they can't even speak English. And it's like, God, just... If you're some dude in India, just tell me. Just be honest. I don't care. Like, why is it so hard to be authentic? Do you think you're just not going to get any people if you don't lie about who you are? I don't know. Is there a way to get rid of those bots? That's why I have my chat set up to where, like, you have to have verification for your account. If you wanted to chat in my chat now. Whereas before, anybody could show up and they could do it. Whereas now, you have to actually, like, follow, or I think you have to have some level of verification. Which is nice. Because I haven't had a problem with that yet. Also, there's just trolls. Right, you know. So, like, if somebody's going to troll me, I don't care. They can follow, and then they can troll me, and then I'll kick them out, and then I just got a free follow, you know? Yeah, just have to follow to chat. Which, the follow is not asking for a lot, you know? Like, literally just a click of a button. But that's why I took that stuff out where I'm asking for donations for the wheel. Whereas right now I can just get exposure, because once I hit 50 followers, then I can start thinking about money a bit more. Make a schedule, that type of thing. Did I run out of leather strips? I think I did. I did. I got no more leather. But I'm pretty sure there's some leather around here somewhere. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. You're going to go now. You take care. Thanks for tuning in, Nighttime. I appreciate it. You have a good rest of your day. See you on the next one. Lumberjack. Shirt. Annotated map. March Ridge. Again. We're growing our little community here, Rava. First it was just me and you. When am I going to stream next? Good question. Probably either tomorrow or probably Friday. Honestly. Same time in the morning, you know, but may have a change of heart. I don't know. But yeah, I'll try to get on a more consistent schedule. But thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. And then I just got to find somebody. There's the leather jacket. Because you run out of leather and you don't know what to do. Red digital watch. That's what he had. And there's the guy with the steak, Rava. Throwback. I think I highlighted that steak commentary that you and I had. I wonder if overalls are that much better than jeans. Probably not. There's one. Ooh, come here. I want your leather jacket. Where you going? Ah, screw it. I'll make my own theme park with blackjack and hookers. Matter of fact, forget the park. Yeah, screw the whole thing. So you can't rip stuff while you're moving. Fun fact. Kitchen knife. Put that away. Huh. I don't know if I need water or if I just need to eat. In terms of me, like actually me, you know? Probably both. Because I didn't eat breakfast. I just wake up, coffee, start streaming, you know? My tummy's giving me the rumblies. And I'll have to put all this stuff back in the interior tomorrow. No point in doing it today. You make your own coffee, or do I order from somewhere? What do you think, I'm made of money, Rava? Think I go out and buy coffee every day? No, I have a Keurig. So I just make it in my apartment every morning. Some people, they buy it every day, though, which is crazy. I'm a very cheap individual. Frugal, you know? I'm a frugal person. I have a hole in my... Since when? When did I get that hole? Who scratched me? At what point did I get scratched? Well, hold on a second. Did I even? Like, I don't think I'd, like, have... Anyway, I think that just might be when you wear clothes for too long. But now, my upper torso has, like, 0 protection from bites, so I'd have to find another leather jacket and start wearing that. But for right now, I can patch it, the hole, but still, that sucks. I don't even think that was my fault. But, you know, Because I know, like, I'll come across zombies that have, like, holes in their clothes, but I think were those bites, you know? Like, I don't know. Hungry. What am I gonna do about that? Peanut butter's got a lot of calories. I'll eat half a box of mac and cheese. Just like dry. Ugh. Just eating hard shells and powdered cheese. It's disgusting. Lighter. There it is. Alright. It's about to be 18. I don't even know what day it is. Okay, it's day 9. So I don't even think there's supposed to be any program. Yeah, are you a coffee drinker, Rava? Are you a tea guy, or do you not drink either? That's my question for you. Coffee. Do you drink it black, or do you do cream and sugar, or neither? I don't know if I'm dealing with a psychopath here or not, you know? Tuna, pineapple. I'll do the pineapple. Open can pineapple. 1. Usually at 5 in the mornings, black. God, I am dealing with a psychopath. God. What's wrong with you, Rob? No, I'm kidding. It's just like Project Zomboid. Drink your coffee however you want. It's just, you know, it's just too bitter for me. I'll suffer on my own terms. You'll suffer on yours, you know? It's the mutual respect we have for each other. And empty bowl. Going back in the cabinet. Alright, yeah, I gotta start doing more, I don't know, mechanical or something, because I'm starting to worry about this crops up there. Because what's the point of going up there? I could just try to walk all the way up there, but then if I can't bring all the veggies back here, what was the point? And do I even keep living in this house? I feel like this is just a safe area. Like, it's right on, like, the edge of the map. And it's in this gated community. If I put some gates up, then it will be a gated community. All I need to do is put a gate here, here, put that little door there, and then another gate down here. And it's secure, you know? So I've done that before. And then I've died in a very stupid way. Because I was fighting zombies without a leather jacket, and they just bit me. And it's like, well, God, you know? So, that's that. I think I went in that house. No, I went home, because I was too heavy. Yeah, man, I don't know. Probably gonna... I'll do tailoring, too. No point in reading about metalworking when I don't have the metalworking mask. Metalworking mask. That's not what it's called. It's called a welding mask. God, you know? Oh, so good. Ugh. That doesn't make any sense. Is that a bug? I'm watching TV, and it reduces my stress, but then I get terrified. What? You gotta take antidepressants every time I turn on the damn TV? Or is it just like coincidental timing? Because I don't want to have to keep shoving these things down my gullet, but I don't think I really have a choice. And I'm not nearly tired enough. That's another problem I'm starting to have, is I'm going to bed way too early. But I just took the pills. Um, mm, stressed. Great. Even though I just took those pills. So I'm sure it'll kick back down eventually, but what I can do, because I need more carpentry experience if I wanted to get to the point where I could build double gates, because to build a double gate, or the double door, you need carpentry 6, which I don't have. Which is probably not that far off. No, it's literally the entire 3,000 experience that I would need. But that's not a big deal, because I can just go over to here, to this fence, and I can take apart the whole thing. This entire fence in the middle here can go. Because all I really need is the fence on the outside. Everything, like this entire thing, I can get rid of. I could even remove the bush if I had, like, a thing able to remove the bush. And there's also a post right there that I can disassemble. But I'm going to go over here to this and start, because then I can just tile. And even if I don't get any materials, that's fine. Now that it's raining, I could get the rain collector. Still stressed. I wonder if antidepressants are starting to lose their touch. Maybe. Don't know. Now that it's raining, I could build that rain collector, though. Make hay while the sun shines. But I also don't, like, I'm not out of water yet. Okay, now I'm back to agitated. Cool, so. It's working, I just need to be more patient. Screws. Have a little patience. That's a good song. It's by a band called Take That. But I only know about it because of a YouTube short. A little YouTube comedian posted a funny video on the internet now. I like that song. I'm trying to figure out the whole, like, what kind of music can I play on my channel, because, like, if I wanted to monetize, I couldn't do anything, you know? Certain things. But if I just wanted to, like, play some music without any intent of making money off of it, I wonder. But I just try to play it safe. All the leaves are brown. And if I just sing it, can't copyright claim me. It's my own voice. Gosh darn it. But that was good. It killed some time. Because now it's 10 o'clock at night. Boop. And I'll put these screws in the cabinet. Nails. Grab half the garbage bags. And... yep. Oh, great. So, remember what I was saying, Rava, about don't fall from the second story? Yeah, this is what happens when you fall from the second story. I didn't break any bones, which I find to be a bit odd, but if I did that a second time, I'm done. It's over, you know? I just went over one tile too far, and that's what happened. So, like, I wonder, should I even bother with the rain collector at this point? No. My brain is telling me, no, 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 you idiot. Stop. What are you doing? Why? 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 Just for a rain collector barrel? Are you kidding me? God. No, literally, I saw that like dark tile there, and I'm like, I don't remember putting a floor there. And then I just walk over there, fall through my house. Okay, and I can't plumb the sink because I need a pipe wrench, which means, guess what? I need to go downstairs to grab the pipe wrench. Just, it's great. Stairs, my favorite, you know? But the first time that ever happened to me on a character, I got so freaked out, I didn't touch that character for months. Like I didn't play Zomboid at all, and I was like, why am I not playing the game? And I'm like, oh yeah, because I recorded every single day up until day like 70, and then that's when this happens. And I'm like, great, you know. So yeah, I can plumb this thing from down here, so it's not a big deal. Like I don't need to be where the rain catcher is. I could just plumb. And you don't need metalworking to do that. Like, see, now it says Chrome Sink, Water Unlimited. But then when I fill up this bottle, purified water, you know? So that's why carpentry is the best skill in the game. Change my mind. You can't. Can't change my mind. And I do have 2 boxes of nails, so that's good. Just exercise with my broken legs. It actually reduces my strength, too. Now it's only at 8, when I thought it was at 9, or 10, or something before. Alright. Seems I have learned something new about the game every stream. That's the goal, you know? Also, don't drink and take painkillers. That one sounds kind of like, well, duh, but it will kill you. No cap. Like, that's another one of those immersion things, Robbo. That you should be happy about. If that's how you died as a character, you should be like, well, kind of had that coming, you know? And I'm pretty sure there's no more cooking shows. Because actually, no. We're about to be in day 10. Because 8 days survived, 19 hours, means it's about to be 9 days survived. So this is day 10, technically, if you wanted to take it from that type of perspective. It's whether or not you consider it to be like a day 0 start or day 1 start. But I used to have a little envelope where I had like kept track of the day. Like I knew that July 18th would be like the 24th day or something like that. Because when I would go back through my footage, I'd only record like 2 days at a time. I would just change the name of the file to whatever that day was. So, pretty sure I still have some of that footage laying around. Probably. Maybe. Alright. I gotta go to the bathroom. You know what time it is. There it is. The P sign. In all of its glory. Alright. I will return momentarily. Yeah, you gotta sign this time. You know what they say. If it's yellow, let it mellow. So, that's why I didn't flush. So the nice thing about not having roommates, that if somebody else lived here, they'd be like, why didn't you flush the toilet? I say that with a falsetto, like it would be a woman living here, but I don't know. I don't know. Because I've had male roommates, but I lived with a girl in graduate school, so she was basically my roommate, but we were sleeping together, so, you know, it's not quite roommate related, so I'm on the fence of whether I'd have a guy roommate or a girl roommate, because a girl roommate can kind of make things complicated, you know? Because I never had a girl roommate. Because when I was with this girl, she wasn't with any other guys. It's not like she was bringing dudes over. It's not like jealousy was a factor or that type of thing. But just got to make sure I get rid of the sign, you know. All right. Okay. Hungry, agitated. Well, agitation, that's always going to be the case. But should I bring the generator over here, Rava? That might be something to do on a day. Like, look, all my health's already recovered, you know. Just sleep it off, you know. So whenever you do fall from a... That was one story. That was literally just one staircase level. So all it takes is like a second level and I might have broken my leg. Let's do some experimentation, Rava. No. A lot of packaged corn. But I think I'm just going to eat veggie soup or something. Well, why am I acting like I can't... I just left my door open all night. Good God. Acting like I can't make a pot of soup. Grab. Grab. There we go. Because, do I have any rice? I think I just have beans. Or, I have dried lentils. That is literally all I have. I know where other food is, though. Rice and such. Saw a hammer. Going back in the duffel bag. Because I could just make my own vegetable soup. Using the peas and the corn and the onions. Grab one, grab one, grab one. Put them all in the freezer. No clue about roommates, as I haven't had one. Living alone is nice. Well, you've had parents, so you haven't always lived alone, right? But yeah, it's nice to have that kind of like different perspective of like, you know, here's what life is like with them, here's what life is like without them. I would say I definitely like living alone more, but like if I want some companionship, I'll just get a cat or something, you know. I just feed it and pet it. Unconditional love, that type of thing, you know. I'll do a can of vegetable soup. Or I ate the rest of that mac and cheese, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I'm gonna eat some chocolate because I'm already kind of unhappy. I just worry about my calories. But I'm on the decline. And it should still keep going down. As long as the calories don't go over a certain level, it should be fine. So I think I'm good to eat that. Chocolate. Okay, so yeah, it's still... That means my weight's going down, but I don't think it's going to change that quickly. So, vehicle. I think that's, like, what I'm trying to prioritize right now is just, leveling up my mechanics to the point where I can actually be able to work on cars. Or to be able to, like, hotwire the car, rather. And I just ruined my health just to be able to ruin it again. And rear right seat. going to install... it doesn't matter which one. And I gotta grab all these headlights. Right tail light, install 78, doesn't matter. Left tail light, install 81. Left headlight, install 85, it doesn't matter. Right headlight, install 88. Radio, install. Battery, install. Alright, now that I put all that back together, I'm going to go over to those other cars, do the same thing. Maybe grab something on the way back. Food related. Maybe. Because there's a lot of canned stuff, you know? I'm just trying to use the fruit, not only to reduce my weight, but for the happiness stuff. Robert, do you think it'd be cool to have one of those widgets? Because I watched somebody else's stream where they had a widget where you could like see what keys they were pressing. Do you think that'd be cool? I don't know why it has, since I have... Huh. Alright, it's everything. I mean, there's not the headlights, but... maybe not the most... I didn't think so, you know? Like, I thought it'd be... like, which is ironic, because I'm pretty sure the stream I saw it in was a Project Zomboid stream. I just thought, you know, maybe. Yeah, more of a... I don't know what game that would be really good for. Just one where you are mashed, like Guitar Hero or something, but you would already know what keys they're pressing. So, I'm at a loss. That one game, that, like, OSU? The one where it's, like, a bunch of clicking? That's just your mouse, right? Is, like, are you pressing any keys on the keyboard for that? Yeah, I thought that was the name of it. OSU? It's OS something. I know it starts with an O. Radio, install. And battery, install. Alright. Cool. Now that both of the elements of those cars are all put back together, our skill level is at 91. Okay, so we might need 2 more days of doing that. Unless we can find another car. Because if we can just take that apart, I don't have to grind for experience so much on those two. But the other way to get a key would be to lure zombies over to the car, kill the zombies there, and hopefully one would drop a key. Because I think it might be a proximity thing. If they're close enough, then there's a chance they could drop it. But I'm not sure. OSU. That's what it was. Because where I'm from, there's a place called the Ohio State University, so I think in my mind I was trying to like block that term out when that was the term. Kind of ironic. Alright. Didn't grab anything from over there. But what do I really need, you know? More food. Like, my health could use some work, but... and it's raining, but the rain doesn't bother me as much as it used to. Don't know why. I could take the crowbar with me and go do some exploring. Fill up my bottle of water. And, well, yeah, I gotta make that soup. I just didn't do it because I had to make my stuff thaw. Now, cooking pot with water. Where's the cooking menu? Where's the lamb sauce? I watched somebody stream yesterday night, and we got into that bit. How long, please? How long, please? Peas, vegetables, corn, dried lentils. So, stew and soup, very similar. It's just some things can only take some ingredients, some things can take other ingredients. So, I might just go with stew. Doesn't really matter. Because you can put milk in either one. It's just what do you start seasoning-wise with. I'll just do stew. The lentils are going to go in first. Then I'm going to add the mixed veggies. And that's about it. And that's 40 hunger, 20 unhappiness. Not too shabby. Can I put the onion in there? I can't put the onion in there, but I think I need to slice it first. Even then, I doubt it. Onion slice, there it is. Alright, well that added an extra -5 unhappiness. So I can make another stew with that too, of the same caliber. I just need to cook it. Because that's just what it is right now. Once you cook it, that's what actually elevates it to the next level. Alright. It is noon. Noon in real life. I gotta eat something. Speed things up. Getting hit with that exercise fatigue. Fresh uncooked. Grab it. Now we're at -58 hunger. So if I put that in 2 bowls, that'll be about 30 each, give or take. I just like doing increments of 15 because it makes it a lot easier for me to see it on the the lines up here. The first line up here is like -15 thereabouts. The second line is like -20. So I know if I eat this bowl of stew, it would probably be good enough for all of it. But I'll eat half and see what it does. Because I'm worried about the unhappiness. Alright, yeah, I'll eat the other half. Okay. Now our hunger's fully taken care of. I can fill this empty cooking pot because it's raining outside. I could just take the cooking pot outside, fill it up, bring it in here, put the tainted thing in here, turn it on for 5 minutes, sterilize the water, or just fill it up using the sink, using the rain collector. Easy peasy. And I'll take the crowbar, just in case I come across something that's locked and I need to unlock it. But that's our getaway bag, you know, all the tools we need, backup weapon, that type of thing. So we survived 9 days, so we're on day 10. Electrical is still level 1, but that's all we need it to be. We just need mechanicking to be level 2. Oh, my neck, my back, my something or other. I really need a better bag, though. Which I don't know where I would find one. Probably just in random houses. Still no map, too. Which I've done... I've done these 3 houses. Fresh milk, ice cream, and steak. No, thank you. Yeah, I've never played OSU. I see people playing it. That's how I know about that song. Rockefeller Street? I don't think that's what it's called. 1273 down the Rockefeller Street, you know. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. If you want to know what... What is the next word? Something do. Rockefeller? Is that literally what she says? Rockefeller do, yeah. Oh, I watched another girl on stream, and she had crowd control turned on, so like people could like teleport her, or like make a bunch of zombies attracted to her location or something. Like, you could literally just kill her. Like, if you spent enough coins, you could literally just kill her. And I'm like, wow, why would you do that to yourself? But I'm at a point where I take my playthrough seriously, you know, like, well, I'm trying not to die, you know, that's the whole point to me. Some people, it's like, no, I'm just trying to, like, familiarize myself with the game, so if I do die, I don't really care. And I'm like, alright, respect. But I know what I'm doing. That's why I'm like, what are you doing? Alright, beef jerky. That's pretty good. No, it's not. What am I doing, Rava? Beef jerky. I can eat some crackers. There we go. And I can eat some chips too, but just worry it's going to be heavy. Or not heavy, it's that it's going to make me heavy. I will take some salt, pepper, and marinara, though. You get people to engage with that. Absolutely, you know? I think the music kind of keeps people a little bit longer, but now that I've started playing without music, I kind of like it. Like, I feel like I stand a better chance in this apocalypse because, you know, I'm not... Like, I can hear things better. I'm more aware. But, yeah, that's... It do be like that. Because, what was his name? More focused? Yeah. Like, I'm not already focused enough, you know? But, like, the stream can be a distraction. Music can be a distraction. It's a nice filler in this game, but there are moments in this game where you'll have the music turned on, and you'll still have complete silence. Like, this, you know? It's only when, like, combat situations begin, or, like, you know, you stub your toe, but then the music starts up. But I did manage to grab some more lentils and some black beans, so that'll be good for calories. No fat. I hear rustling. Rustle, rustle, rustle. Okay. There it is. There she goes. Alright. Now, moving on. I forgot, I already had lentils. Seems like that's like the most common thing I always find in terms of the dry food. It's always that first. And then electronic magazine, you can go in here. Salt, nail, pepper, marinara. Alright. I don't even know what I could do with corn flour. I don't think I can do anything. Make a taco shell? But alright. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I already did the car stuff. That was, you know, the first thing I did today. I could go back to disassembling that fence. Try to find another car. Try to find some gas. Maybe the fence thing. Starting to get unhappy though. Any minute now. Any second now. So maybe... God, I'm really at a loss. I already did all that. I think I'm just going the wrong way. Like, I need to start pushing north instead of what I'm doing. Because I could also just, like... I would make more of a priority out of, oh, I have to secure this location, you know? Because I could put a gate here and a gate up here. Like, both spots. Double secure type of thing. But then I'd have to leave this when I can get rid of this and then just walk back and forth in between, you know? Riveting gameplay, right, Rava? I feel like this is like one of the hardest games to stream. But then you find like that Lamprey dude who's got like 150 people watching him right now. But you put that in perspective of like Kai Cenat, who has like 25,000 people watching him, and it's like, my god. When does it end, you know? Oh, those were those gas cans were. But even so, I don't think there was any gas in it. Well, let's find out. Yeah, no. There's no gas in it. One of the people I follow get 2K viewers on them while sleeping. Exactly. I know there's one. There's this one girl streamer where... Do you remember Ed, Ed, and Eddie? The character Plank, literally just a piece of wood with a face drawn on it. You know how I have my peace sign? Well, whenever she was not on her stream, she would take Plank from Ed, Ed, and Eddie, a literal piece of wood, and put him on the stream. And more people watched Plank than her. And she'd come back and be like, why is it that every time I get back on the stream, everybody leaves, but they'll stay for a piece of fucking wood? And I'm like, wow. Because Plank is iconic, you know? Like, you're competing with the cartoon affection of thousands, you know? Like, so many people are so familiar with that already. That's why it was so recognizable. That's why that is so much more popular. Maybe your peace on to do the same thing one day. Maybe, you know? Just leave it up all the time. Like, don't even play Project Zomboid. Leave my piss sign up. I really thought he was going to keep banging on the window. He is. He's gonna keep banging on that door, even though I'm literally right here. Oh my god. Oh, but here, you can do this. You know, you can do that? Huh? You can actually, like, reach through the window and smack a zombie. Pretty useful. And it doesn't damage you in any way. Like, you'd think that would mess up my arm or something. It doesn't. That is, yeah, no, that's, I think, some pretty handy information. And that's just something I just, like, found out all on my own, you know? That's the best way to learn how to play this game, is just by playing it. Even though some people would think, no, I need a guide, I need a playthrough, or, like, I need to watch somebody. And that's valid. Because that's how I find out about this game, is by watching other people play, taking their advice, and then adding to it. Crossword. Nope, still nothing. Foraging 3. We'll get there, you know. I also used to be all crazy and be like, oh, I gotta collect all the books so I don't have to worry about it. But I don't need Foraging 3 right now, so I'm not worried about it right now. It's not even such a priority where I'll, like, make a note of it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We hit the jackpot on fresh food. And then we got some fries. I would eat that burger. I'm very tempted, but you know the rules. The self-imposed rules. Carrots. And pineapple. And veggie soup. So canned chili, that's definitely not vegan, right, Rava? Chili was definitely a meat. If it said vegetarian chili, I'd be all over that, but it doesn't. It just says chili, so I gotta draw the line. I gotta say, well, you know, can't do it. Alright, I got one more encumbrance. But it's also 6 o'clock. Ooh, look at this house, Rava. No. Brick house. Isn't chili a plant? Chilies are. It's just whenever I think of it being made with meat. But that's just me, you know. A thing that's I'm like native to Cincinnati. I know that something that people like to do here is they put chili on spaghetti. And one person, he's from Cincinnati, and he says that this game is literally unplayable because you can't put chili on pasta. When the game is set in Kentucky, so it's like, it's close enough to Cincinnati, people would put chili on spaghetti. You know, they would put chili on pasta, and the fact that you can't do that is ridiculous. And I'm like, I can't be mad at him, you know? He's got a completely valid point. If this is Kentucky in the 90s, I'm sure people would be putting chili on spaghetti back then. That's actually in Bob's Burgers. They watched a movie called Twin-Cincinnati. It's about two twins that live in Cincinnati. They're gonna put chili on spaghetti. I think I'm just hallucinating. I mean, the game definitely lagged on me there, but chili on some pasta made food's good. Yeah, no, it's like I think that's a valid food option, you know. Oh god. Every time I cross that threshold, I'm like, I'm ready. I'm ready for zombies to just ruin my day. Or for the house alarm to ruin my day, rather. This is a good house, though. 3 fruit cocktail. Oh, baby. So here's something I'm just now starting to consider, even though there's really, like, no reason not to think about this. Why just have one base? Like, why not have, like, multiple safe house type bases? You know what I mean? Because this base, it's 2 stories, which I like, you know? It's a small layout. You know? I think it's comfortable enough. There's only 3 cupboards. That's kind of the downside, but it's got these shelves. This place is quaint, you know? I'm more than certain there's zombies upstairs, though. And then I can take all this food, put it in the fridge, because there's still electricity, you know? But I feel like now, at this point in the game, I can have more than one base because electricity is a factor. You know, like all these bases would still have, all these houses still have running water, which running water is kind of a misstatement. Like there's a finite amount of water in every house. I don't think that there's ever like an abundance of water. Carpentry 1, Mechanic 5, crossword, magazine, newspaper, book, another book. I haven't really had to read books though. Like I haven't become that sad yet. So maybe I should start to lean on those instead of the anti. But that's not the thing. When I'm a nervous wreck, I take the antidepressants and I jump back down to agitated for a couple of weeks. Or like a week, you know? Because I don't think it's that long. It might just be a couple days. But if I can lean off the antidepressants for a couple weeks, that would be nice. Just focus on using books, comic books, that type of thing. All right. Ooh, this has an alarm set for 1740. Good thing I found it. Even though it already went off before I got here. But yeah, now I can, like, this house is a little closer to my other one. Did they figure out how they work yet? What works, sorry. In what context? Is it just delayed? I think when I did look them up, it just said that, like, though, like, it's got, like, a 2-hour cooldown. Like, you can't use it for more than 2 hours at a time. But I'm also not using it to deal with unhappiness. I'm using it to deal with the stress, you know? So when I take them, it knocks it down from stressed, gnawing fear, palms sweaty, knees heavy, mom spaghetti. It knocks it down to agitated. So it's not like I'm using it for unhappiness, but it's still working. Like agitation, depression, ComSci, ComC, same thing, you know. And because I still have my electrical skill multiplier, I could just take apart these. And these earbuds. Alright. Heck, I'll even read this magazine. But this base is so much closer to the main part of Muldraugh, like all the like retail business stuff over here. So I could just like take stuff here instead of having to go all the way back here, because there's just fence blocking me. So I could just use this as a temporary place, because it's 2 stories. I like it, but it has potential. I'll put a little house. Because then I don't have to go all the way back to my base if I'm in a jam. I can just go back here. It's just not secure. Like, the windows aren't all boarded up, that type of thing. But I could board up these windows. Make a sheet rope out here, you know, because I have a nail. But no, I think I'm good with just hunkering down here. I can't even grab those denim jeans. They're too far away. The bed is blocking me. I made 1 sheet rope. I was going to try to find clothes to make another one. These are jeans. I can't make sheet rope out of jeans. But I can just grab these curtains. Remove curtains. And oh, right. Turn the sheet into a sheet rope. But you can't undo that. I can't make a sheet rope into a sheet. It's an irreversible process. But if you have 1 single nail and a hammer and 2 fabric, or 2 sheet rope, yeah, you know. So, that is just like a last resort. Like, if I have to. If I get overwhelmed. Then I can have an escape. Like, God forbid. God forbid zombies storm up the stairs, start beating on my door, at wanting to sell me health insurance, you know? Do I want to spin the wheel? I'm gonna have to drink some water, but yeah. Let's see. Add sheet. And there we go. Alright. I mean, I need to make it bigger just so I can see what the result is. I can also make it spin faster or slower. Or... oh yeah, so a Canadian. You know, not really too complicated, you know. If you ever see the show Trailer Park Boys, there's a very stark difference between Trailer Park Boy Canadians, how they license themselves, eh? You know, but hopefully people can still see that there, you know, and then I'll scoot that up on the dual output on YouTube there, so people know that Canadian is the one that won. 15 followers there, that's pretty nice. But I know that his voice can get, you know, a little irritating. So just let me know when you want to switch it over. And I'm trying not to stray too far into the realm of Irish. As a Canadian, you know, it's gotta be Minnesotans, you gotta be careful, don't you know? And starting to get unhappy here. Unhappy there. But let's see. I think I'll just exercise and go to bed then. Excuse me. It's not very good manners there. What's that about? I'm trying not to be too stereotypical. I'll do sit-ups. And then some burpees, I guess. I gotta drop off my duffel bag. I'll take off that there leather jacket. Oh yeah. Do some sit-ups there. Work on those abs. And that actually is reducing a little the unhappiness by a little there too. So I might be cheating by using the fitness mod. But you know, I never realized how similar this and Irish are. But you gotta be careful, you know. You can't stray too far. But they do blend together. Oh yeah, don't you know. Alright, the denim jeans there. I never took off my jeans. 10 and 20. 10 and 20. Oh, it's freezing out there. Not really, it's July. It's 70 degrees. Alright. Maybe we're just doing Irish and Canadian person. I mean, they are both from England, when you think about it, you know. There's really no difference. And I think that this voice in and of itself, like, you don't have to split hairs. Like, right now, I think I can just comfortably sit in Irish, you know, because I don't want to be too over the top with it. Too floaty. That's a bit too Irish, you know. A bit more floaty with it. That's the expression I like to use. But that is definitely Irish there. Canadian, I think, is just a bit more laid back there, you know. But there's a bit more inflection you could put in certain places. I forgot I don't have my hand torch on my belt. Belt right. I'm glad you think so. Because people ask me, how is it that you can do all these voices? And I can't even give them an explanation. Just one day, I hear people talk like this. Maybe it's Peaky Blinders. Maybe it's something else. But I just hear it and I think I can do that. And then I practice enough and won't you know, that is eventually what happens. Practice makes perfect, you know. Talking to yourself helps too. Don't let anybody think you're crazy just for talking to yourself, because you're not. It just makes life entertaining. More entertaining than it would be if you talked like you normally would. Maybe another thing I'll do is get a like a browser extension, or I can have like a like the flag of that country that I'm impersonating, or giving an impression of rather. But impersonation and impression, they walk a fine line. And I'm starting to get bored. I think I might just grab another bowl out of this here house and make a salad. Because if I did grab all these vegetables, well, half of them are peaches, half of them aren't. So I'll leave the bowl, grab the full bowl of stew, and that is still enough. Enough inventory. Alright, 4 in the morning. I think I'll press on northeast here. Although I could go to that house, that's right. In close proximity to me. Closer, I think, is better when you can't really see that well. Of course, I could just sit here and read tailoring. Despite being bored. Could just sit outside. But that's when there's a bit more risk involved. The zombie could come over. But at least you're not bored when you're outside. You know. I did have one video on my YouTube channel where I did the whole thing in a Scottish brogue. Like, I just did like a day-by-day sort of, this is what I did today, this is what I did the next day, here's my goal, the long-term survival thing. And I did the whole thing in a Scottish brogue, although I did give a disclaimer at the beginning to be like, you know, you've been warned, so if you think this accent is shite, you know, piss off. Show me your better brogue accent, you know. And then I'll tell you how it's shite. Pretty bold, sitting out in the open reading a book. But as it's brighter. I think I could have gotten up in time if a zombie did come over. Depending on how far away they found me. Alright. There's 4 houses, so I feel like I'll just go over there. Actually, no, I'm gonna go home because I need to do my mechanics. I forgot. That is the whole point of what we're doing. All the leaves are brown, and the sky is grey. I suppose I could go find the auto shop though, and then if I did find the jack and the lug wrench, then I could start taking apart the furniture, or taking apart the cars, not the furniture. The furniture, that's the saw. And the hammer. But the reason I'm not just hopping over this wall right now is because I got no idea what's over there. Could be nothing. Could be a bunch of zombies. That's why if I disassemble the wall, it'll take a lot less time. But if I have a car, that's a lot less time too. And there's no real point in building anything in terms of carpentry until level 7. Because the level 7 carpentry is when things aren't that crappy. You have 3 different levels. Level 1, 2, and 3 for carpentry. 7 is when it's maxed out. It's when you can build stairs too. I can't forget to bring the generator over there. Here too. Better eat half this bowl of stew. I think it's like a week before things go stale. I think it's like 5 days after you make something, then it starts to go stale. I didn't know. I just have to find the one and bring it back here. You need a second generator for your gas station. If you didn't get any gas from the gas pump, you need to bring a generator over there. Another reason I'd like to get the car. That's why it's such a priority for me, because if I get the car, I don't have to carry a 40-pound generator all the way back over here. I'll just drive it. But then gas becomes the issue. But I'll just put this back in the fridge there. But when food's in the refrigerator or in the freezer, it'll go stale a lot slower, obviously. But for right now, I got to work on my mechanics. Painkillers. I'll put the crowbar away. I don't need it. It's an extra £2 I don't need. And if I had a functioning vehicle, I wouldn't have to walk all the way over there. I could just tow the car over here to my backyard and work on it here. But no, I have to be able to hotwire the engine. Yeah. I don't know how long I should stick to it, you know? Because it's good practice, you know? Like, it's good to, like, stick with it, and then once you're, like, doing the accent, it's like you can get in a good groove. But what's my accent? Midwestern? American? Like, what do you call it? Ohioan? Can you even call it that? Yeah, down in there, Boston, you know. I gotta work on the Bostonian, even though I know a lot of Boston. I know one particular person from Boston. See, there I go, slipping back into the Irish Canadian. I could barely even say the word Canadian without slipping back into the accent. Anybody? Anybody? It is. I'm not even going to say anything about how quiet it is, even though that is technically me saying something about how quiet it is. I'm just surprised. This is Muldraugh, like the second most populated city. I'm saying too much. I gotta learn to shut up. But, like, the helicopter came, and I didn't see any zombies. I literally ran inside, to be fair, but... Know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I feel like I would jinx myself if I would say too much, but at the same time, I have to comment on the absurdity. American accent's that well, it's not that strong, you know what I mean? Like, but that's the thing, when people think American accent, do they think California? Do they think Southern? Do they think New Yorker? Like, there's so many different places and accents. Texas, you know? Native American, if you want to go there, you know? That is one of the voices on my wheel. I try not to, but I think that's a big thing too, is, you know, how distasteful are you being? What are you saying? I'm not going to do the, you know, I'm not going to imitate a Native American. Even though that's what an impression is, I'm not going to impersonate one. And the impersonation is if I were pretending to be a Native American. Like if I were dressing like one, you know? And impersonation is here's how I think they sound, you know? But it's a fine line between mockery and, what's the word? Mockery and, like, is it really respectful to imitate the way somebody sounds? Like, how can you say it's not being disrespectful because you're mocking them on some level, you know? It's like, oh, this is how you sound, I'm gonna mimic how you sound, but it's how you do it, you know? That's why it's so hard for me. Like, what's distasteful? Mockery and humor, right? Because mockery is one of two things. I can't even uninstall this seat. It's at 0. Or I bet I can't. Well, watch it just break. Yeah, it's just failure after failure after failure. Nope. Not yet. I do everything on the driver's side first, then I go over to the passenger side. Yeah, there's an expression like mockery is the sincerest form of flattery, or the cheapest version of comedy. Like a child would think it'd be funny to mock somebody, to be like, go to your room, you know? It's like the lowest form of comedy, you know? But that doesn't mean it can't be done well. But how do I give an imitation of somebody without being distasteful, you know? So, like, what's your ethnicity, Rava? I have to ask. I would only, like, I can make an assumption of what I think it is, but I don't want to be inaccurate. So I want you to tell me what it is, unless you're just white, and you name yourself Rava. The wheel is still over the chat. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I can scoot it up like that, to where you can still see, like, the last person, like, what they said. But yeah, I can also just hide it too. If I hide it and then I unhide it, does that get rid of the result? Wheel of voices. It does get rid of the result. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, if you don't want to tell me, that's fine too. Like we can respect the nature of our relationship. I wouldn't want to make you uncomfortable. Because then, every time you come back to the stream, you're a white Finnish guy. Okay, you know? I see the name Rava, and I think that's an Indian name, you know? But I'm just going off Rava, one of the Hindu deities. But here I am this whole time thinking, like, oh, he's Indian, he's Indian, he's Indian. I can't do an Indian accent. He's gonna think it's bad, you know? He's gonna think it's distasteful. But is that the group of person that would be able to say, it's okay for you to impersonate an Indian person? Like, it's like the N-word pass, you know? Like, oh, I can say it because I got this one person's approval? No, absolutely not. It's hate speech. You can't just go around saying that word. There's a reason it's illegal, you know? There's a reason, not illegal, but... like, you can't say it in certain places, you will get charged with something, you know? Like, can't say anything you want, anytime you want. That's not how it works. But let me ask you a question, Brava. Is there anything inherently racist about what I am doing right now? Like, if I just start talking like this, what can you say that I am doing that is so wrong? If I go to the drive-thru at Taco Bell and I do this voice, they can make all the assumptions they want, but when I pull up to the window, what do they see? What do they see? Like, this is on them for assuming that when they hear this voice, that is what they're going to expect. So in my opinion, but again, I'm the one doing this voice, I would think that it is not mockery in the slightest. I'm trying to pay reverence to a culture, you know? I'm trying to say, this is a defiance. Like, I do not have to sound white. I can try to sound however I want to sound. And no one can stop me. There is something liberating in that, I think. To be able to own up to it and say, look, there is nothing wrong with it. I don't think it's the voice, but what you say with it. Exactly, you know. Nothing inherently wrong. But, like, this is the voice that God gave me. God. Put that in quotes in and of itself, too, you know. So, like, should someone look at me and be like, well, you're white, so this is how you should talk. That's messed up. If someone were to look at me and be like, no, you shouldn't talk like that because you're white, it's like, no, that's racist. To say your skin color should match how you talk. Not true. Because there's movies where that's the premise, like Black Klansman. He's able to infiltrate the Ku Klux Klan as a black guy because he's able to imitate a white voice. He's talking to white supremacists over the phone, that's why they can't tell. He plays the part so well, so it's almost like acting, you know? Here's what I don't understand. In this Cerise station wagon, it's only one mechanic skill. I'm not going to damage the seats. So this is actually the perfect thing to level up mechanics on. For someone who only has one mechanic skill. Drop. We're at 120 experience, though. Good to know. Moving right along here. Radio, uninstall. Battery, uninstall. Might as well take apart the headlights, too. Why not? Left headlight, uninstall. Right headlight, uninstall. I'll just drop them right here so that I can go to the back, uninstall those headlights. And drop them. Alright. But that's what Martin Luther King said. He said, it's not about the color of your skin, it's about the content of your character. And that is something I firmly believe in. Because my point is, somebody can say racist stuff and it doesn't matter what they sound like. Know what I'm saying? Also, why am I just now noticing that one tile right here? It's like jutting out from my house. I have to move now. It's bothering me so much. But yeah, no, it's just because I'm doing an imitation of somebody doesn't mean I'm being racist in and of itself. But that's me. I think I have a future in stand-up comedy just for that type of reasoning, you know? Because I went to school, I was a communication major because I wanted to figure that out. That wasn't like the premise of my why I went into the program, but exiting the program, I had that question. I'm like, well, is it racist? I don't think it is. Can't just point to something and be like, well, you can point at anything and give it a label. Doesn't mean it's true. Do I watch a lot of stand-up? I haven't. I did do a lot of it last winter. Like, I got really into it, and that's when I tried going up on stage and doing that one stand-up bit. Didn't end well, but maybe it's because I like went up on stage with some type of idea in mind instead of that. Telling a story about how I catfished a kid, Because then after that, I was like, well, I don't know what I'm going to talk about now, Ran out of stuff. But no, like Louis C.K., Dave Chappelle, Ralphie May, who else? Taylor Tomlinson, I think that's her name. And everybody's got their own style, which is, I think, another thing about stand-up that I admire is that you don't have to, like I don't have to be Robin Williams to be funny. Like, I don't have to be Frank Caliendo to be funny, because he's an impressionist, Bo Burnham plays music, and that's his form of entertainment, and Bo Burnham is, like, he's funny, but he's also, like, serious, like, dramatic, like, like, that's the level that he's at. Where it's not just music for the sake of being music, it's kind of, like, deeper, it makes you think, it makes you like, huh, interesting. Alright. Let's see. I already worked on the cars. Both of them. I worked on the two over there. I worked on the one right here. And even after all that, I'm still... Oh, I'm so close. I literally need like 32 more experience. If I can just find a car somewhere and take apart some stuff, that'll be great. Because I think even if I were to put all the stuff back in here now, it would make a difference. Like, it just wouldn't level me up in the same way. I see. I think Bo's only... Yeah, no, he's iconic, Like, I mentioned Frank Caliendo and Bo Burnham and Weird Al Yankovic, obviously Weird Al Yankovic, but I was thinking, like, oh, I could make my own style of music, or my own style of comedy, based off of Bo Burnham's music, Weird Al Yankovic's parodies, and Frank Caliendo's impressions, putting all three together to make a stand-up routine, where I would play a little bit of music, but what I would be playing would be, like, parodies of songs, but I'd be putting a comedic twist on them, And I have a piano. Like, I have a keyboard. It's just, I don't play on it that much, and I really should. Like, I should make, like, I should pick, like, an hour out of my day, where I could even make the stream involved, where, like, I'll sit down and I'll listen to a song, and I'll just try to come up with, like, different words to a song, and then put it to music, like, learn the chords, da, 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 like, whatever it has to be. Like, I think I did that with Ed Sheeran's song, Happier. I think I made it about toothpaste or something like that. But, like, yeah, no, I think that would be a good creative exercise, too, where, I did this for a month, or, like, more than a month. I did it over several months, but it was, like, a month worth of character footage, where it's like, here's what he did from day 1 to day 30. And I got, like, to a month, and I'm like, well, this isn't really giving me what I want it to, for one. Even though it got me 50 YouTube subscribers, I just thought, like, I had to write a script, I had to watch the footage, I had to edit the footage, and then I had to do the voice acting for the narration for the footage. And I think I like this more because A, I get to interact with people, and B, the footage is just done, and then it can be put somewhere, and then I can just go through it. Like, storage space became a big issue for me. Like, I couldn't fully record one of my runs because I missed day 69. Literally day 69 is the one I missed. Of course it is, But I like this a lot better. Just so I can, more interaction. It's nice. And then I'm going to make a salad fruit salad? Salad. With... I like how salad, the only thing you can put is peas. It's literally the only thing. And then lettuce, broccoli. Right? I feel like that's the only reason. I feel like that's why you're here, you know? Just to interact with me. Which, I'm not complaining, you know? Because I enjoy it, too. Like... my demeanor is completely different, like before you join the stream and after I join the stream. Like one of my highlights for Twitch is literally Rava joins the stream. Don't know if you saw it, but it's just like the hour and 20 minutes that you were on the stream, whereas the first half an hour I was just kind of like just playing the game silently because I'm not talking to anybody. But the more I stream, the more I get used to talking, even if there is nobody there, because nobody's going to watch you if you're not doing something to keep their attention, unfortunately. That's the world we live in. Because they'll find somebody else. And I'll watch some people stream, and I'm like, well, I don't like what's happening. And it's like, well, then leave. You don't have to be here. You can go go stream yourself if you think you're that good at streaming. How are you going to get better at something? By doing it, you know? Practice makes perfect. All right. See, like, there's nothing south. Like, there's literally nothing but, like... Actually, no, that's not true. I'm pretty sure there's, like, a rail yard or something. If I could pull up the right... I'm pulling up the wiki. I mean to pull up the map. Right. There's a pond down there. It's odd how different watching people with whom you interact is to people that have other people interacting with them is. Yeah, like... whenever I watch, like when I go to find people playing Project Zomboid, okay, so there's a rail yard to, like, the southeast. Yeah. So I might look down there. There might be some cool stuff down there. It's like, it's not, like, too terribly far away, but it is going to be a long walk through the woods, so I'll pull up the map so you can see what I'm talking about here. But, like, here's where we are right now. We're in this house right here. This is when I had to go in the woods after that house alarm went off, train tracks. So I could just follow the train tracks all the way over to the rail yard, or at least to this little pavement, then walk up the road to the rail yard, because I'd have to hop the fence. I don't even know if I could hop that fence. It looks like unhoppable, but we'll see. Because there's also this, well, it's the same fence, but I could just walk from the house here all the way over here. I just don't know. There's these office buildings, there's these train cars, there's crates in them. I just don't know if there would be anything in the crates. It would be a nice little adventure, though. Just take a lot of food with me, you know? Pull up the actual thing. Don't forget to do that, you know? So, I mean, it's an option. You know, it's something. It's either that or I keep pushing into Muldraugh, which I'm also inclined to do, because once I have a car, sky's the limit, you know? Like, there's, like, where can't I go is the question. But it is about to be 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I just made a salad. I'm gonna have to eat it again. Sounds like a nice adventure, even though there isn't really anything. Yeah, maybe there's a bowling mass down there, you know? Or an axe. An axe would be nice, just so I can actually, like, start taking stuff apart. I just feel like there's got to be so many zombies, right? Like, there's no way there's not just a ton of zombies on the way from me to there. Maybe. I don't know. Only one way to find out. I could Google it. Be like, is the rail yard south of Muldraugh worth it? But where's the fun in that? Where's the adventure? It's just less risk. Why am I exercising? And I don't like risk. I'm sure you know that, though. Watching my playthrough, you know, where I don't do anything. I just stay here. Googling it, it is boring, you know? It's safer, but it's boring. Corn, vegetables. And then I'm going to put black beans and lentils. And if I had a tent, I would do it, which I totally could get one. Could I? I could. Because you need sturdy sticks, tent stakes, and well, Well, tree branches, that might be a bit harder to find, because tree branches are easy. Once you chop down a tree, they're everywhere. But I have to forage for tree branches. Alright, we got the black beans, we got the lentils. We don't have peas, because I can put those in salad. Could open a can of carrots and put it in there. Or something. If I made soup, I probably would have been able to put some peanut butter in there. But that's neither here nor there. I think I'll put some potato. Maybe. I gotta think of one more thing to put in the soup. I'll put peas in there, it's fine. I could stack up another type of bean, though. And there's still room for one more thing. Ooh, there we go. Slice some onion, because I still have that sack of onions, you know? Onion slices. Yeah, baby. Alright, now it's just spices. I'll put some pepper in there. Boom! Just bumps up the boredom and unhappiness just a little bit more. Alright, there. Onion slices back in the fridge. And, like, I might be able to even find, like, a generator down there, too. But, I know where there's a tarp. To make a tent, you need a tarp, some sturdy sticks, and either tent pegs or stakes. And there's one stake that I know of, too. Up by that, you know, that one house. Alright. So I could work on a tent. Could be the next objective, I guess. And I don't have any foraging books. But does it really matter? I just had to think about something for a second. The power's not going to go out for a while, so I don't really have to, like, prioritize the generator and gas situation. I want to do the car, though, so that I can get some gas before the stuff shuts off. So I'll go up there. Because I can grab some rice from up there, too, and then that's more stuff I can make. Because I don't know if you can do beans and rice together. Maybe. Jogging, 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 until I get hot. Once I see the heat moodle pop up, they'll stop. There it is. I know where that van is that has the tarp and the gas cans and such, but I'm gonna try to look where I haven't been. Yes, going to the farm was my objective, so, you know, maybe I should put the ADHD tag in my streams, just because of how easily distracted I get. It's like, I gotta find a car. Well, I can't fix my car yet, because, you know, I have to go find cars to disassemble. That's kind of what I'm doing right now, I'm just kind of looking for the car to disassemble. But yeah, the farm should really be top priority, because once those crops go, they're gone, you know? Like, there's no... I'd have to plant my own crops and then wait like 2 weeks or whatever it would. And then water them too, you know, like making sure I have enough water, that type of stuff, so. But thanks for reminding me. Low-key, kind of forgot, you know. Muldraugh is one of the places where I feel like... I think West Point, maybe? They might also have a farm near, but... I can't remember. And shove. Smack that one. Shove that one. Alright, leather jacket. Drop it on the ground. Regular jacket. Alright. Moving on. Or a map. I still haven't found a map yet. Pencil. Alright, which one of these houses have I not been in? These two, and I think that one. Is that the house alarm house? I doubt it. Those zombies probably definitely would have dissipated by now. I hope. Alright, there's some zombies over there. They may see me? If I went, like, around the house? Screw it. I really thought there was a zombie there, but there was not. Alright, cook show level 4, like, salads, that's what they're gonna teach me, like, I haven't been doing that this entire time. Alright, there's also a book, I'll take the book. Now books have a use to me. Cigarettes, chips, beer can, empty bottle. I will grab that empty bottle. Fill that. And then this will be my backup bottle. This will be the one I keep in my... Because that only weighs 0.4. This one weighs 0.7, so that little bit of reduction is going to help. Then I'll just top that off whenever I need to. Chicken, tumbler, pineapple, bolognese, soup. It's a little heavy, so I'm just going to keep... I'm going to take a note of it rather than take it right now. Because do I need more food at the base? No, I don't, you know? I just wanted to get some rice. Because I don't have that back at the base. Alright. So we put a burger here. We could go next door. You've been cooking salads all wrong. This book tells you how to figure it out. No, really, it's going to up my salad game. It's like, you don't even put mayonnaise on your salad, you degenerate? What's wrong with you? I think that's also, like, one of the things in, like... I think the cooking show that they show on Life and Living is those segments. Oh, God. Why did I think that was the one, you know? And it seems like I've already been here. It seems like. But... mayonnaise. Peas. See, I'll put, That's 3,000 calories in that mayonnaise. Did you see that? But can I eat mayonnaise? No, I can't. Because mayonnaise has eggs in it. Vegan playthrough, you know? Electrician 2, Mechanics 2? I will take those, because I don't have those yet. There's that laugh. I see, that's the laugh emoji that I use pretty consistently. I usually type it like 3 times. Just spam that shit. Alright, so I already put a burger here. Okay, so I could hit this whole strip of houses. But, seeing as how it's already 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and I gotta... Oh my god, no. See, I'm not going over there. Look at that. Screw that. Just don't notice me. I swear to God if he noticed. Okay, he didn't notice. Alright. Yeah, I know that some chats, like, enable those emotes. Some don't. They gave me the option to, and I'm like, yeah. The more the merrier, you know? This is the house I had to abandon. Like... I think it was this house. I know I was using one of them. I thought it was this. I was talking about using this one because I liked its layout. All meat. Peaches. Carrot. Corn. There are browser extensions that give you... Oh, look, yeah. And I also know there's like channel-specific emotes, like if I wanted a beef named Stew emote or something like that, Maybe I'll get there one day, but not right now. I don't know if it's laziness or if it's just a matter of comfort. But, like, maybe I'd get more viewers if it's more enticing. But who knows? I have you, Rava, and you're all I need, Any more than that kind of detracts from the special nature of our relationship, The one-on-one we get to have with each other. Other people join in, and I can't give you my undivided attention. You know how it is. You also seem to have night. Don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, like I could be streaming at night? Or... Because I really do need to try streaming not at 7 in the morning. Try streaming at different times of day, I worry that when I'm tired, I'm going to make mistakes. Whereas when I wake up in the very beginning of the day, I'm more alert. Like I'm less prone to make mistakes, Because I have my coffee and all that, You already forgot who the other chatter was called? Knight? Yes. I'm thinking of 98, Or the whole thing. Out of context, I'm like, who are you talking about, It's like, huh? Oh, yeah, that guy. No. No, he seemed cool. Obviously, But you were here first, so, Number 1 in my book. My book. Cook Show, level 4. Episode 4. And Pepper, and that's it. Okay. Oh, wow. This has just been sitting in my oven the entire time. I didn't even turn it on. 51 is pretty good. Pepper. Alright. I'm gonna finish cooking this, and then I gotta go and eat something, because I make dinner with my dad at, like, 4-ish. So I have to eat something before I go over there, because if I go over there, I'm gonna be starving. But I can't, like, eat right before I go over there, otherwise I won't be hungry. It's a dilemma. Maybe I should. Should do what? Save my son? No, get a job. What about my son? He's drowning. Your son's fine, he just swims weird. You shouldn't hold that against him. Yeah. It usually is. We're gonna make succotash. It's a Native American dish. You have until the 29th. Choose next year's benefits. And then I gotta get benefits for work. Being a responsible adult. Getting health insurance. La-di-da-di-da. $66 hunger. Nice. And then that should be 33 each, I think. Yep, 33 each. And then I'll just eat. I'll eat all of it. Alrighty, yep. Full to bursting. Being a responsible adult couldn't be me, Well, I wasn't always this responsible, Trust me, I'd much rather just try to like scam the government out of getting free health insurance and not having to pay for it every week, but you know, it is what it is. It's like, you mean I have to pay to be alive, but then I might be able to save money on therapy and then actually get on a prescription medication or just keep smoking weed. I don't know, you know? Weed's becoming more recognized as medicine, so. But I also feel like the more you do it, kind of the more you have to do, so then it gets more expensive. But that's not the point. But I'll just go ahead and cut it off here because, you know, I feel like it's a good stopping point. But Rava, can't tell you how much I appreciate everything, man. You know, all the support. You know, I'll make you a moderator one of these days, an honorary moderator. But I will see you on the next stream. Thank you again, and you have a good rest of your day. Go stream some Noida, you know, or you go stream something. I don't know, or go watch somebody else. But thanks for joining me.